All right, here we go. We're live on YouTube, and if we don't get, well, nobody's gonna see this because they're not on here, but yeah, we're going live for 10 minutes on TikTok.
We're going live on the TikTok.
Oh, TikTok, a ticky tack, tic tac. Anyways, welcome to the Freaking Nanner Show.
Yeah,
Yes, we're finally here.
it's been a while.
It's been a long while. A lot of stuff has happened, and that's why we're going to talk about this new segment we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
It's just so that Freaky here doesn't like sports. He doesn't really care about politics. He doesn't. Mostly just silliness is what we want for our show. So I'm going to try to separate that with the live things and make it go on here. I'm going to try to separate it. We'll see what happens. But I've got a little list of things I want to talk about.
Yeah.
And I'm going to do a little 30-minute segment on it. And Freaky, he can jump in if he wants. And here's our sponsor for the day.
Also,
Rebel and Hondo.
I got some presents for the Nanner.
Delicious. And some presents, yeah.
Because I gave because me and Nanner, we have trouble giving each other presents on time.
Yeah.
So we just, whenever we get chances, we do it. These are supposed to be his birthday presents.
Yeah. My birthday was, 3 months ago?
Yeah, well, that's all right. I think birthday presents late are better than time.
Who cares what fucking day it is? You die same day anyway.
That's right.
It doesn't matter what damn day it is.
Would you like to open your presents,
all right,
Nanner?
we can start with that. Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's nice to open up this opening.
Oh.
Jeff Bezos provided these.
Well, not anymore.
Oh.
Jeff Bezos has been out for a while.
Oh, never mind.
But he's still making money.
He's probably out exploring islands.
Oh yeah.
Ah.
Check it out. This is Bourbon.
Yeah. Magic brown water for fun people.
Yes.
And this right here is the funnest person I know.
Yeah. Hell yeah. I'll wear that. I don't know if I'll wear it to work. I'll probably wear it to the casino.
Yeah.
And then they'll know what I'm going to
People are going to be like, that looks like a bourbon man.
That's a bourbon man.
Oh,
that's what they couldn't do.
Very special.
If you kind of see it. Yes. Oh, yeah.
He's a gentleman.
A gentleman chip. Pillow.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. He's on both sides.
Oh, I didn't even know he was
so
on
beautiful.
both sides. That was good.
Yeah. So now when I wake up, I'll be like, hey, gentlemen.
Yeah.
That's we'll never stop.
That's right.
All this recording, all this is only leading up to one thing, and that's us making our movie called Monkey People.
Yes. And when we get enough money from the movie, because it will make billions of dollars, it'll be the highest grossing movie of all time. We will use that money to make a chimp army.
Yes.
And a whole chimp society.
Yeah.
Because they're the next level of.
We'll take civilization to the next step.
Yeah.
And then chimps, just by us getting into the chimp thing, will basically evolve chimps on our own.
Yeah.
They'll have their own society. They'll probably get smarter than us, and they're also stronger than us, so they'll kill us all. And then they'll just have chimp world.
Yeah. That's good.
And I'll be fine with that.
Yeah, that's totally okay.
I'll be perfectly fine with chimp world. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
All right.
Are you going to try this deliciousness?
No, thank you.
No.
I will pass.
But
I will watch you. I will watch you enjoy it.
I figured something was happening with you now. You don't have the walking distance right to the liquor store.
Yeah. Yep.
I just mentioned it today before I came.
It's okay.
All right. So what do we got? We got 4.5 minutes on TikTok here. I'm gonna keep reopening the TikTok. So people just, if you're on TikTok, just like it.
Mm-hmm.
Go to YouTube. Said I'm gonna put the stuff on Rumble. I'm actually joining a Discord for Tim Pool's show.
Tim
Cast,
Yeah,
and
that guy.
they have a pre-show and an after show on his actual show, and he does the show every day at 8 o'clock p.m. Monday through Friday. So I'm gonna get involved in that. That's political stuff, and they share stuff, and they get your name out. And I'm paying to be a member of his channel, so we'll see what happens. We got to get the name out because 13 people watching it, when 10 of them are probably me. That's not gonna work.
Yeah.
All right, so Nanner Rants. Let's see. I don't want to be. I wrote the stuff down just so people can see because I didn't want to forget anything because the whiskey makes you forget. So I wrote some things down that I want to talk about. It's been a long time. A lot of stuff has happened around the world, and God damn it, I'm pissed off and happy about it. So we'll start with the happy stuff. There's a recent UFC fight not too long ago between Justin Gaethje and Dustin Poirier. I just wanted to get that out there because it was an awesome fight. Justin Gaethje basically did like a mirror side image of the Kamaru Usman Leon Edwards fight where he head kicked him, knocked him the fuck out.
Right in the dome.
Yeah, fucked him up, knocked him out. I'm happy about it. I got to say, I like Dustin Poirier, but yeah, his time has been done for a while. Like he's basically been fighting Conor McGregor, and Conor McGregor's can't even fight because he's been on steroids for 2 years.
Fucking Conor McGregor.
And then, so it was an amazing fight. I enjoyed it, and I'm happy for Justin Gaethje, even though he's not the champion. It's not a championship fight, but I feel like Justin Gaethje has a chance if he focuses to win that division. And then we go on to the fight that actually happened this past weekend, which is Israel Adesanya, which seems to be everybody's favorite stupid fighter. And I personally don't like his rhetoric. I feel like he's just a normal fucking idiot. He pretends like he's like this super African. And, but then he acts like just any normal black guy. He's got all the shiny stuff, dresses nice, and talks shit and all this stuff. And I'm like, but you don't have to act like a person. Just be yourself. I just don't feel like that's who he is. And it's hard to get a read on a person when they fucking just pretend like they got to fit like a mold of some sort. So I just don't like that. And I'm not saying that Izzy's a bad guy. He's anything. I respect him. He's a good fighter. Definitely a great fighter. He was the champion. And he fights a man named Sean Strickland who's had a rough childhood his whole life. Nothing fancy. He doesn't take people down. He's not like a jiu-jitsu guy or wrestler or anything like that, like he could be, but I can't remember what it was. He's got something wrong with his leg, and he just doesn't fuck with that. He just stands right in front of you, and he punches you, and he either wins or he loses. And he got a chance because the guy who was supposed to fight him got injured, so he stepped in, ranked number 5. And he had actually had a recent loss, and then he won another fight, so it just propelled him in there, and people like him. So, and he's like, just some dude that talks shit. Like that's who he is, though. He's not like Izzy that talks shit because he wants to talk shit. That's just his personality. And he goes in there, and previously, a few fights before, they had talked shit to each other at a press conference, and that's how it all kind of started. Anyways, John Strickland. It wasn't a great fight. It wasn't that exciting, but Izzy didn't do shit, and fucking dude just beat the fuck out of him for 5 rounds, and did what he wanted. And that was it. He won the championship. Izzy's not the champion. People keep saying how he's one of the greatest of all time, but he's already lost 2 fights since he became champion. Regained the championship, and then lost it instantly. So I'm just saying Izzy sucks.
Yeah.
And then I did want to talk about more sports stuff. The coach. What is going on with Michigan State University?
Well, before you say anything, I'm going to give you an unknowledgeable person from the outside looking in that doesn't know about sports and politics and all this. And from what I heard, is that the coach is a pervert, a big old pervert.
Yeah.
But also, I know that everybody's really sensitive and really woke and really got I'll get butthurt about stupid stuff. So it's hard to believe what's real and what's not because anything could be considered sexual harassment to a certain degree.
Yeah.
And now I'm telling you this because as an assumption because I've only heard a very vague description of what happened. So,
We're
but
going live for 10 minutes
oh,
on TikTok. I was going live on the. All right, I just got to reset. Keep going.
but yeah. So my assumption is that most likely he said something stupid that he shouldn't have said, but it's getting way more blown out of proportion than it really was. Probably something he shouldn't have said to a woman, especially a woman that was advocating women right around with stuff like that. And I'm pretty sure he played around with her. But
Yeah, from what I heard, basically, is he was on a phone conversation with a girl who'd been previously raped. For some reason, he was on the phone call, and while he was doing it, he mentioned that he was masturbating while he was on the phone.
yeah, that's dumb. That's really dumb.
Yeah, so that's pretty fucked up. Considering you're at Michigan State, and just not that long ago, that I forget his first name, Nasser. The Nasser guy had been molesting fucking gymnasts for
Yeah.
fucking decades.
Yeah. See, like for instance, it wouldn't be out of the norm for me to tell anybody that I know that
Larry Nasser.
that I've been masturbating while on the phone. But if I had the knowledge that someone who had just been sexually harassed and there was people that were not my personal friends or family that were on the phone while I was saying, I would not say those things. That's dumb. That's dumb. It's really dumb.
Yeah.
So he deserves whatever happens to him.
He's gonna be fired. There's nothing we can do about it. Pervert. He can't be.
If he's that dumb,
That's the
then,
world today. I mean, look at all the movies. Like, there's a movie not that long ago called Superbad.
yeah,
Great movie, hilarious movie. One of the first lines early in the movie is he sees the nipples, and the nipples look like baby toes. I mean, perverted shit like that is funny, but you can't do it anymore, unfortunately. Like, they can't make movies anymore that are funny or anything. So just shut up. You can't do anything perverted. When you're on a phone, when you're on TV, everybody's got access to all this stuff. It's just stupid. All right. And I wanted to, oh yeah, more sports. I just wanted, it's a quick thing. It's like, finally, the Lions, they beat the Super Bowl champs in the first week in the NFL. Congratulations, Lions. Even though they didn't have the best receiver out there, tight end, Travis Kelce wasn't there, but still, they won the game against Super Bowl champs. They had a close game a few years back when Matt Stafford was still there. And I just want to congratulate them. But the division for the whole, for the NFC North Division, where they are, is looking good. Chicago Bears played, they were awful. They got beat by the Green Bay Packers, which lost Aaron Rodgers to the Jets. And they got some new idiot in there, Jordan Love. He's got a terrible name to begin with. And they got beat. They basically got 30, I think it was like 38 to 13 or something. Some pathetic number.
what a loser!
By a guy. It was his first start in the fucking NFL. And he just destroys the Bears. And the Bears have one of the best quarterbacks out there, feet wise. The guy who basically was their entire offense last year, scored more touchdowns. I think he had more rush yards than any running back, maybe something close to that. Justin Fields came from Ohio State, which I hate. But, I think he's a solid quarterback, but the Bears are terrible. They have no defense, they have no offense, they have nothing. They have that guy. That's it. They've had it for 2 years. But anyways, Aaron Rodgers goes. So the Lions don't have Aaron Rodgers to deal with. Now they got this shitty Bears team, and the Vikings lost their best receiver, which was Adam Thielen. And then they do got a good receiver, Justin Jefferson, who's really good. Probably actually better than Adam Thielen. Adam Thielen left him win, I think, to Carolina. And so it's just everything for the Lions going great, perfect. They should win the division. If they don't, then I would just burn the whole stadium down. But
Burn it all.
Anyways, with Aaron Rodgers, he threw 4 passes, I think, in his debut start for the Jets. The Jets ended up winning the game, but after those 4 passes, he didn't complete a pass. Partially tore his Achilles. He's done for the year. Over. Aaron Rodgers.
They just took these little gremlins came, and the little gremlins were like,
It's like the Chucky, the newer Chucky thing. Chucky runs behind and cuts your Achilles.
Yep. It's all conspiracy.
Yes. So that's interesting and fun. I'm glad Aaron Rodgers can sit on the sideline, but I do respect Aaron Rodgers for not getting the vaccines because I didn't get it and I'm not dead. LeBron James' son, on the other hand, probably can't play basketball anymore.
He fell
Yeah,
ill.
yeah.
He had a heart.
Not saying it is the vaccines, just saying that it's not the vaccine.
No.
And we want to talk. This is a big topic.
Oh yeah, this is very important.
Very important. And I go on a tangent about this lately. It's poo-poo.
Poo-poo.
Poo-poo. Poo-poo is God's word.
Yeah.
Everybody needs to know the poo-poo. I am the God of poo-poo.
Yeah.
Everybody knows this. If you follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, whatever the fuck it is. I am the God of poo-poo.
Whenever you
And
see poo-poo, you see this fucking face.
yeah. Poo-poo is something I created in order to be nice to people.
Yeah.
But apparently, poo-poo is more concerning to people than the actual things that I meant to say.
Yeah.
Which I just, if you got a problem, please call me on the phone or comment or whatever on any of these platforms. Just do the right thing. It's poo-poo.
Poo-poo.
Poo-poo's been around since the beginning of time.
Some people
It's going to be here forever.
misinterpret what poo-poo means.
Yeah.
But it's...
If you don't want the poo-poo, then you want something worse, which is Nanner ranting like I am now.
Yeah.
And Nanner likes to rant. So that's why we made this thing. All right. So I'm going to go into a little bit of politics, and then we're going to kind of transition into what we want to talk about on the show, which was my idea for the show this week. And I want to talk about all the things going on with presidential election going on, which is all these people claiming that there's the insurrection on January 6th. And I want to reiterate, I'm not a fucking Republican. I'm not a Democrat. I don't care about any of that shit. All I care about is dumb people and dumb policies and shit that's making everybody go fucking crazy. And insurrection, the only reason they use the term insurrection, because they have to use that term, because it's the only way they can get Donald Trump in trouble, because it's in the 14th Amendment of the Constitution that if you are part of an insurrection, then you can be criminally liable. That's the whole purpose of saying insurrection. But it was the least violent. The only person that died there was a woman that was going into the Capitol. No police officers died. Nobody was injured. There was no weapons. People had fire hydrants. People busted windows, tore the fences down. But police were letting people in. They got people on video showing them the fucking guy with the stupid hat was being let in by the police officers, letting him into the offices. And then he did a prayer for him and all that shit by himself. And then people were coming later. There was no barriers. There was no nothing. People didn't know that were just there in D.C. Didn't know what was going on. And they're going onto the grounds. And then 6, 8, a year and a half later, whatever, they're getting charged with fucking being part of the fucking mob. So it just doesn't make any sense. Because not too long before that, there was Black Lives Matter protests actually went in, and Donald Trump had to go into the bunker. And they tried to set fire. They set fire, I think, on the White House lawn. They tried to burn down a fucking church on the thing, and they actually were trying to hurt people. And they had put Donald Trump in a bunker. None of those people were really charged with anything. But an insurrection, supposedly, that nobody did anything about. Nobody got hurt. Nothing really bad happened. Just stupid people being in the wrong place at the wrong time. And then they try to blame it on fucking Donald Trump. And he was still giving a speech when it was going on. And he was telling people to be peaceful. So it just doesn't make any sense. So all this Trump indictment bullshit, they're gonna spend hundreds of millions of dollars on law shit. They got 4 indictments against them in different states and federal courts and all this for all this shit. It's just wasting everybody's fucking money. We're already fucking poor as fuck because Joe Biden don't know how to fucking do anything.
All I know is
He's
before
the
all this,
oldest man on earth.
before all this, I thought insurrection is something to do with not having kids anymore. I was going to go to the doctor,
Get my insurrection.
get an insurrection done.
Or having a problem getting my dick hard, so I have an insurrection.
Yeah, something sexual, something like that. Like,
I need an insurrection so I can get my dick hard.
yeah, something like that. Like,
Insert an erection right in my dick.
my wife Patty, she ain't happy. She said,
She
I
ain't
gotta go to the
happy.
doctor and get an insurrection.
Fine, I get that insurrection.
She says she gonna divorce me. She gonna leave me for my brother Tito if I don't go get my insurrection.
Oh shit.
Something like
Okay.
that, and I'm pretty sure he played around with fire and got
Alright.
burned. But
Yeah,
from what I heard, basically, is
give me one
Give
second.
us all
son.
one second.
girl who's been previously
This TikTok stuff is a pain in the ass. I gotta have followers. People follow me on TikTok. Freaking on TikTok. Let's go.
like to play that first with me, boy. But she mean
BGB, GB, GB, GB. Yes. I'm the best president I know. Best president ever lived.
What are we gonna have do Trump impressions now that Alec Baldwin's gone?
All the Baldwins.
Is Alec Baldwin in jail?
No. He's not going to jail. All right. We got another TikTok video. All right. Next thing. All right. Oh, yeah. I kind of talked about Biden corruption, but that has to do. It's just bullshit. Obviously, his son's a fucking crackhead and did all this. They proved it. And then before the elections, they had 51 intelligence agents sign a fucking document saying that his laptop story was fake before the election. That fucking basically fucked the election because I think it was like 17% of people said that if they would known about the laptop, they would have changed their vote. And in 3 states, Trump only lost by 42,187 votes between 3 states altogether. And that could have changed the entire election. That's election fraud. Now they're trying to do it, trying to take him off fucking ballots in different states. All this it's all stupid. It's just bullshit. I don't really care, but I obviously don't want Joe Biden to win. I mean, Trump's whatever, but at least
Is Ross Perot still alive?
fuck no.
When did he die?
He was fucking like 79 or something when he ran for president like 20 years ago.
I just feel like things would be better if Ross Perot had gotten
Yeah.
elected.
It might have.
I remember when I was in the
And
second
he
grade.
really fucked up the election. That's kind of what happens when these third party people that are actually powerful, like Ron Paul and Ross Perot and
Bob
things
Dole.
like that. Bob Dole was a Republican.
John Kerry,
John Kerry is a Democrat.
Barry Sanders.
Yeah, Barry Sanders should win president because he's the best fucking running back of all time.
Barry Sanders.
But I didn't see that. Did they unveil it or they unveiling it next? I think next week. Yeah, because they played in Kansas City. This week, Detroit Lions are unveiling the new Barry Sanders statue. Woo! But anyways, yeah. So all this stuff with Burisma, Ukraine, all this, they were lying about the shit. Hillary Clinton paid for fucking the fake ass documents to try to make Trump seem like he was working for Russia and Ukraine, blah, 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 blah. Whatever, all that stuff, blah, 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 blah. It's just all horse shit. And you just gotta fucking wake up and stop being a bitch.
It's all bullshit. It's
We gotta
bad for
fire
it.
everybody.
Yeah, everybody should go.
That's Trump's job. Trump was sent from his show, firing people, to come and fire everybody in the government because everything's fucked up. Ever since the Board of Education has been, ever since we started the Board of Education like 30, 35 years ago, whatever it was, grades for people in the United States have gone down consistently every single fucking year. And now many cities, especially big cities like Baltimore, have literally math scores are basically not even at grade level for the students. Like nobody. So that's terrible. So get rid of the fucking Board of Education. break up the FBI, get rid of the fucking CIA that's been poisoning people, LSD treatments, giving black people fucking syphilis, all this shit for all this time. Just get rid of all this shit. You can have small government shit. Just get rid of all this shit. Just put it all to the fucking ground. I hope that people are gonna smarten up, and even if fucking Trump goes to prison, he's still going to be president this year or next year, is what I'm guessing.
I don't
Which
know.
would be amazing. I'd love to have a president that's in prison, but
A
he's got
prison
Secret
president.
Service. The thing about Secret Service is,
It's like El Chapo. Or
yeah,
what is it?
yeah, basically. But Service is with him for the rest of his life. So if he has Secret Service, he
Well-
can't be in prison. So basically, they're going to have to do like they did with fucking. What's the other guy
I know. Yeah, it's not El Chapo.
from Colombia?
Yeah.
Pablo Escobar.
Yeah.
They're going to basically have to build him his own prison because Secret Service obviously has to protect him. So,
But wouldn't he be impeached if he was in prison?
but he wouldn't be president. He'd be president after he goes to prison. So he can't be impeached. You have the House and the Senate have to vote on an impeachment of Donald Trump, but he has to do something wrong. But if he's in prison, and we've actually had this, there's been prison inmates before that have run for president, and obviously they didn't win, but most of them are just like activist type, like Greenpeace type people and shit like that. But yeah, moving on. This is the next segment. Fuck all that shit. Just don't be stupid.
Stop being stupid.
Get rid of
everybody.
Gretchen Whitmer out of fucking Michigan, please. One day before I die.
Listen, none of this is going to matter when we get the chimp society.
I know. Chimps are going to kill everybody.
Yeah.
And I'm hopeful for that. And I'm going to just point at people and the chimps.
Yeah. So none of this, what we're telling them, is
I
going to
know.
matter. Like,
It's not going to matter that long. But you guys got to boost us up so we can get this chimp society together.
yeah.
Because fuck chimps in Africa. Chimps are going to be in America.
Yeah.
And it's going to be the United States of chimp.
Mm-hmm.
And all the chimps are going to get along. They're going to have one big chimp.
We're going to be having cereal boxes with pictures of chimps on it.
Yeah,
There's gonna be-
Wheaties. Wheaties are going to have
There's going to be
chimps.
chimp athletes.
Chimps eating somebody's face off.
There's gonna be chimp
on the Wheaties
movies.
box.
Every movie.
Yeah.
You know how they're remaking every movie anyway.
We're going to remake
They're going to
them.
remake them again,
Yeah.
but with chimps. There's
Star
going to be
Wars with
Avengers with chimps.
Yeah,
Everything.
awesome. It's going to be the best things ever. We're just going to rake in the cash.
It's going to be good.
All right. And I want to talk about, the government came out, and there's a CIA leak, whatever. Aliens. There's aliens, according to the government. Aliens all over the fucking place, and they've been here forever. And it's possible that they started coming here after we nuked Japan. And maybe it wasn't even the aliens that came here because maybe we caused a rift because we dropped atomic bombs and it caused a rift, and they're actually from another dimension. But I've talked about this before. Like, obviously, you can't be stupid. Something happened thousands and thousands of years ago. They built the pyramids. Nobody can do it today, but somehow we did it before people even knew how to farm.
I think we were talking about it too. Now they're starting to say that a lot of that stuff wasn't even built by the Egyptians. It was before them. It
was
kinda
before them.
They claimed that
Well,
like
they redid it. Basically,
Yeah.
they built over stuff.
like the Sphinx,
The
or-
Sphinx, I think they said originally had
a cat
Uh,
head.
had a lion because
Yeah.
during that time we were in Leo in the solar system, and that's what they built.
Yeah,
that's
and that's
good.
why the head is way smaller than the body.
Yeah.
And if it shows on the side of the whatever the statue or whatever, you can see where the water had eroded in certain spots like over the years,
Yeah.
and it was way longer than.
And if you go to Egypt, especially now, like if you were like trying to do like a documentary or something, it's a huge problem. The government won't let you do it. Like you have to record on your phone. Sometimes they might even take your phones. They'll hold you up for days. Take your passports. They'll take your cameras. They'll take any video equipment, sound equipment, all that. They just take it from you. So obviously, if they weren't concerned about the truth about people finding out all this shit, then they wouldn't fucking have to do all that shit. I don't want to talk too much, but our episode, since I'm done with this, I think we're going to talk about space
Yeah.
and dimensions and crazy shit and get goofy about it.
Goof troop.
But I do want to talk one funny thing, you know. Uh, back in the day when you worked a job and you were 15 years old and you got your first job,
Yeah.
and you're like, I just want to buy a CD. A CD
Yeah.
just came out, and then CDs were $10.
Yeah.
And you were like, fuck, or tape, sometimes cassettes. You'd still buy cassettes because they have the duo, the
Yeah.
CD cassette
I
duo.
remember
And you're
that.
like, man, I want that Tupac double.
Go to
Are
that-
you still down double tape, man? It's fucking
go to
$8.99
Sam
at
Goody.
Radio Shack.
Yeah.
Or Sam Goody.
Yeah.
It doesn't exist anymore, neither of them, pretty much.
Oh.
And you go there and you get it. But you get work, you get a job, shitty job at a fucking farm or something, or mowing grass or whatever the hell you decide to do. And they pay you.
Yeah.
You're a teenager, you make, I don't know, you make $5.40 an hour. Or
My first
something.
job paid $6 an hour.
Yeah. Well, not my first job, but the job I had for a long time paid me $6.25 an hour. Around the time I had my kid, 21, 22 years ago.
Oh, we've got some watchers on here. Hello, Natasha. Hello, Rain.
Yeah, younger dryas theory, we know.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not. Who's Natasha? I never heard of her.
I don't know, but she sounds hot.
But yeah, sorry if we don't get back to you yet. This is Nanner Rants. I'm not paying no fucking attention to
Yeah,
anything.
sorry. We
Yeah.
gotta get back to the rant.
Ignore the TikTok because the TikTok goes off every 10 minutes. So I'm trying to get through this.
all that ran out.
All right,
Get it
we're
out.
gonna post this TikTok. So go to my TikTok, freaking Nanner. And we're gonna kill it on TikTok.
TikToker.
Yeah. I need 1,000 followers. I got 100 something at least.
But yeah, back to the minimum wage.
Yeah, minimum wage. Anyways, what I'm saying basically is get rid of minimum wage. What's the point of minimum wage? This is what it is now. When you raise minimum wage, the only thing that happens is that company has to make or pay you more money.
Yeah, and then they have to charge more for everything.
They charge more for everything. They make up the money on the back end, no matter what. And it's the same way with the distributing companies, because the companies that are bringing them the shit also has to raise their minimum wage.
Yeah,
So they're charging more, then they're paying more to get it, and then they're, paying you more, and they gotta make, like a restaurant. The average of what they make on food is like 14%. So imagine if you raise fucking lettuce 30 cents a fucking head, they gotta raise that. So every burger you eat is gonna be raised 18 cents or whatever the hell it is. And so it's just how it works. Everything goes up. What's the point of minimum wage? But if you get rid of minimum wage, guess what happens? You have what's called like you go around and you see job postings that say competitive wages. There's no fucking such thing as a competitive wage in a minimum wage market because everybody pays minimum wage. And not only do they pay minimum wage, but say you worked at a fucking company for 32 years and you're making $17.50 an hour. You started $6 an hour 30 years ago, and you made your way all the way up to $17.50 an hour, and then all of a sudden they're like, "Oh, minimum wage is $15 an hour now." You're still making 17. They're not giving you the difference. All those years of the fucking $12, $13 they gave you raise over the years. So the new fucking kid that's fucking 16 years old,
they start them out at that
part
price.
time, they start them out at fucking $15 an hour, and you're only making $2.50 an hour more than them. You've been there for 30 fucking years.
Yeah,
That's just how it works. So basically, it's just a screw over job. So get rid of the fucking minimum wage, and maybe people will be able to afford shit. You can't have a competitive wage. Is what I'm saying. The fucking 16-year-old should be making $8 an hour, and you should be making 17 or 20
yeah.
because you've been working your whole fucking life. That's just how life works. You can't give 16-year-olds Taco Bell jobs making $17 an hour. It just doesn't work. So
It's gonna.
if
never
you want
end
prices
now.
to go down the world, that's the first step I would take if I was fucking president. no minimum wage. Get rid of
Or-
that shit. And people, and some jobs won't pay that good, but you have the option to go anywhere the fuck you want to work. So if you find a job that pays more, that's where you go.
Or we could just have a set price that everybody gets paid, no matter what your job does. And if we make extra money, the government just takes that somehow. And also on our house and like all our things, they should be owned by the government too, like the property and stuff. They should control it, and we should just then we'd all be the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, would you be, what do you call it? Communists?
No, that's not what I meant. Fucking no, that's not what I meant.
Oh, communism is great.
Sick.
You can see that's worked. All right, my next story is Barack Obama is gay. Stories have came out, and this has been going on for a long time, even when he's running for president. Supposedly, nobody was allowed to cover this story, or they wouldn't be allowed to even work in the Democratic Party whatsoever. And there was a guy, he's not. He was on Tucker Carlson's new show on X. Oh yeah, that's the story. Twitter is now X.
Huh.
And but yeah, he's basically saying that when Obama was in college, he smoked crack with Obama and had multiple gay sex interactions with him. And
It's the
and
millennium,
it
man.
would be crazy to think of. You'd be like, that's stupid. But a letter came out when the guy was writing, a book about Obama's autobiography or whatever, and a letter came out of him writing to a girl that he was dating back in college, where he said that he often fantasized about having sex with men. And he says it right in the letter, and they got the letter, and you can read it. So normally I would be like, that's stupid, that's bullshit, but it makes more sense if he literally says that. And then this recent thing where the cook at his house, which was a longtime cook, who was he didn't know how to swim, but he became a really great swimmer, and he's got videos of himself online being like an awesome swimmer. Fucking drowns in Obama's yard while doing like paddle board surfing or whatever. Like he was standing on one of those boards with the paddles or
Yeah.
whatever. And
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
in an 8-foot water thing on Obama's property and drowns in it. How the fuck would that happen? It's 8 feet. And this dude's a big dude. All you have to do is swim out.
He was a cook.
Yeah, he was
I'll tell
Obama's
you.
chef, personal chef for years.
I'll tell you what happened. He didn't wait 30 minutes after he ate. He cooked some of his food,
Yeah.
and he was like, "This is too good. I gotta eat some because I cooked it. It's so good." So he ate some, and then
Oh.
Obama was like, "Listen, you better make sure. You better make sure you wait 30 minutes. I don't want you
30 minutes?
I don't want you drowning out there." And then the cook was like, "No, I'm going now."
But Obama wasn't there. But what I'm saying, this is the conspiracy. I'm just bringing it up. Nanner Rants, God damn it! I'm ranting about
That's
shit.
right. Get it out.
And
Get it out.
basically, if you're talking about the Obama gay stuff, maybe Obama was gay with the guy, and he was about to tell people, and he just
Those are
a
some
little
really nice buns there, but maybe it'd be better if they were the sticky buns.
yeah.
Well,
And
how'd those buns look if they were glazed? The
and there's been a lot of
glazed
talk,
buns.
conspiracy theories over Michelle Obama that her name's really Michael, and that she's been a dude the whole
Well,
time.
then where'd the kids come from? Are they
They
just
could come from anywhere.
planted in there? Are they
But she
not?
does. She is a weird looking person. And
See,
she's got some shoulders. That's what they always talked about in the White House. Oh, Obama's shoulders. She always wear cut-off shirts.
That's
and have the
'cause-
shoulders out.
she's just,
And they got pictures of her when she was young. And
that would
looked
explain why
a lot
she's
like
trying
a dude.
to make everybody's lunches not good at lunch at school.
And then there's the other thought is the COVID thing, that this fucker was forced to get fucking COVID shots, and you've seen people falling all over the place, dying on live TV and all kinds of shit. Everybody all over the place, professional sports people, it's just happening all the time now. People just drop and have a heart attack. LeBron's son, fucking tennis players. There's been all kinds of fucking people just dropping dead. Comedians, all kinds of people. So maybe it was the COVID shot.
Just think of how bad it would have been if they hadn't gotten the shot.
Oh yeah, they would have lived perfectly healthy
It would have
lives.
been way worse.
Yeah. Perfectly healthy lives. Oh, this is a story we definitely got to talk about. And this will go in not necessarily to an alien thing, but the Maui fires
Oh,
in
yeah.
Lahaina. This is
Mhm.
a fucked up story. What the hell is going on?
I'll tell you why. Oh, I'll tell you what it is. It's direct energy weapons.
Yeah, well, that's what they're saying. There's a possibility. You know, TikTok's stupid. You can't believe anything that's on TikTok. That all the celebrities had like blue houses, royal blue houses, and direct energy weapons can't penetrate the blue. But beyond that, that's not even the sad part of the story. It's that right now they're lying. They put up a black fence around the entire thing. They blocked people from getting out of the city while the fires were going on. And the people that lived there, the adults, were out working on a different part of the island because that's just a small island. They weren't working there, so they go to a different part of Hawaii and work. And then the kids were supposed to be in school, but they shut down the schools because of the storms. And so kids weren't in school, and like their grandparents and shit were left there taking care of most of the kids. And now the reports that I'm seeing is basically like they're missing like 1,500 fucking kids. And it started as a brush fire. Then they told the people before they went to work and shit. They told them, "Oh, the fire's 100% under control." And then later on, obviously it wasn't. And then all these fucking houses, cars burned everywhere. People were jumping in the fucking ocean and shit trying to survive. And then they fucking drowned because they're being fucked. The whole thing's on fucking fire, so people are breathing in smoke. And the police are blocking people. The only people that survived were people who ignored the fucking police and just drove the fuck out of there.
That's what I would have done.
And they just covered the whole thing up with fucking. Now they got black fencing around the whole fucking thing. And damn it, fucking TikTok.
Yeah, I don't believe in you. You know, cops are just
Yeah,
people
back
like us, and if they tell you to do something you don't feel like it's right, just don't listen.
Yeah, it's a fucking cop.
It's a person in a
person.
suit. They don't know anything more special than what we know.
There's only one way, one road out of the whole fucking place. So what's the point of stopping people? Like you could just be anybody and just realize that you're it's stupid.
That's just like you're like, oh, I'm on fire, and the cop's like, no, you're not.
No, you're not.
And he's
Get
like-
back in town.
He's like, what?
Get back in there.
He's like, oh, no, I feel like I'm on fire. I look like I'm on fire.
Sorry for the noise.
There's a hurricane.
There's a hurricane here. Ah! We're dying now. It's the fucking government.
It fixed itself.
Yeah.
But
Sorry.
Yeah,
This is a whole new setup. We didn't even talk about that. We're in a new studio.
yeah, this is the new freaky cave.
See, you see the bones.
Yeah, the freaky
Yeah.
cave.
This is probably going to be better sound wise. We've had a lot of
It
problems.
doesn't seem so echoey. in
Yeah,
here.
it's not echoey. The ceilings aren't super high, and you got like the drop ceiling, so it's more like a foamy thing.
Yeah.
So it's better for sound.
But yeah, you just don't listen to them cops and stuff when they tell you if they come to your neighborhood and they do that to you.
Yeah.
Don't
Fuck
listen to
all. Fuck all these people.
Don't listen to them. Just tell them, hey, stop that.
But I just want to talk about.
Wait a minute, one more time, one more thing. You gotta always keep like donut holes with you, so that when they come, you just throw those and
Oh yeah, and
you
then
throw
you got,
those, and they'll go get that, and then you can escape.
and they have the funny videos out where The Rock and Oprah, who owned properties
Oh,
out
yeah.
behind them that didn't get destroyed, they're begging people for money to help Lahaina.
Yeah. They're blowing their nose with $100 bills. Like, this
Yeah.
is horrible.
Yeah. So bad, so bad.
Oh, so horrible.
Come on. But anyways, my next just short thing. It's about the movie that came out recently. That was a big deal. Sound of Freedom. I think Disney decided not to release it for 5 years, and then some independent guy bought it It came out, Sound of Freedom. It's a movie about sex trafficking.
I'll be right back. You go on.
It's a movie about sex trafficking, and then weirdly enough, like I said, I'm not Republican, I'm not Democrat, any of that stuff. I don't really give a shit either way. It's just being smart. But all the Democrats came out and said that it's like a religious movie. And I haven't watched it yet. I didn't go see it, so I still want to see it because I hear it's a good movie, and it's got Jim Caviezel. He's from the Passion of the Christ as Jesus.
Oh
He it's a true story, and they got real videos of the actual guy busting people and shit for sex trafficking children and shit. And, you know, I want to see it, and I hear it's really good. And it's just weird that they're, people on the Republican side are all supporting this. And like I said, Disney had it for 5 years, didn't release it, and then someone else bought it, released it, and this company that's releasing it is doing more movies and stuff. But, all their movies are turning out good. They beat Indiana Jones at the fucking box office for #1.
honestly, though, it doesn't surprise me because if anybody remembered Crystal Skull, they were probably like, "Fuck that!
Yeah.
I'm not going to
I
watch
heard
that."
the Indiana Jones wasn't that bad, from what I heard, but still, this movie is a low budget, small project type thing, indie film, and then Disney bought it and didn't release it. And Disney obviously has all its woke problems with Florida and all that stuff. But it's crazy. And then the movie turns out to be a fucking huge success, makes like fucking success.
Success. Oh,
Sex trafficking. And makes, I don't know, I haven't looked at the numbers, but probably around $200 million. Fuck you, Disney. And
you know what? Disney's evil. You know why? Because they do stuff that I
Snow
don't.
White.
They do things I don't like.
Snow White, and they stop hiring fucking goddamn dwarfs to play the dwarfs in Snow White.
Listen, I hate it because they have my beloved Star Wars,
Yeah.
and I can't completely abandon Star
That's
Wars.
why we've
so
got to become billionaires.
They hold-
buy Star Wars.
They hold Star Wars
back
hostage.
once Disney goes in the dumps, because they're going in the dumps. Little Mermaid was terrible. And they did fucking Pixar's fucking gay ass Buzz Lightyear and shit. And then now they're doing this, and I hear that. I heard that they possibly canceled Aquaman 2 completely now after they spent like $1 billion on this.
I honestly forgot about I forgot about Aquaman 2. I don't really care about any of the DC movies, honestly. I really never have. I thought about maybe watching them just so I can watch the new one. So for the sake of
The
seeing
Flash is already on streaming, so I'm gonna watch it just
because
see
Michael
how-
Keaton is in it, and
Yeah.
I like Michael Keaton, so I'm like
But they got that fucking dude that's like a fucking, I don't know
Yeah.
what he is. All this
Idris
weird
Elba
shit.
or whatever.
Idris Elba.
Or no, that's not Idris Elba. What's his?
Yeah.
He's got a weird name though. Ezra
Ezra.
Miller. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
you said that. I was like, yeah, Idris Elba.
I don't want to, I don't want to support
Not
him. And,
Idris
I don't want to support him and throw him money, but I want to see it because of Michael Keaton. But also, I feel like they're like, damn it, we're screwed. We're gonna lose so much money. What do we do? They're like, get Michael Keaton. Yeah, they're like, get Michael Keaton on the phone.
Michael Keaton's like, you want to be Batman again? He's like,
No, he's like, they're
How
like,
much
you want to
money?
be Batman again? He's like,
it's gonna be 10 million.
how much? It's gonna be double.
10 million. I'll take it.
I feel like he'd have to get more than 10 mil. I don't know how much money he'd have to get, but I
I
feel like
don't know.
he's going
I
up
gotta look
now.
up his net worth. He's honestly probably only worth like 15 million.
I don't know. He's going up and he's been going up since Spider-Man. Let's see
Yeah,
this.
he can look up the net worth. I bet it's not. It's not
What
even
is
that much.
Michael Keaton's
I'm gonna
net
say
worth?
7.9
$40 million.
40.
Yep.
Ooh. Yeah, so 10 million. That's a lot.
Yeah, I
I
guess
think
so.
that's true. I
Okay.
think it's good.
All right.
They probably spent 250 million on the movie minimum. So yeah,
I don't know what I'm getting old. And I'm starting to understand. I'm starting to forget what the concept of what money is now because I have
it's all digital. Anyways.
it's I don't
They're
know.
trying to take
anymore.
away your ability to carry cash. I mean, fucking places, most places, for a long time during the COVID shit, they didn't even have fucking change. Like you go to the casino now and you can't get change. You get a fucking ticket, and then they
Yeah.
want you to give the ticket back at the end. They had a little thing you can stick the ticket in. Most time I say fuck off, and I rip that shit.
I
out.
think they give you tickets now, and one reason why is because it makes it easier to spend again.
Yeah.
like-
Oh yeah.
You're like, oh, I just got this. I better.
Well, that's
I
what it
should
is.
put it
You
back
don't
in
see the
another-"
money, but it's not about us. It isn't about us. It's about the future generations of children.
Yeah,
When they never see money, they don't understand money. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, you just stick a card in the thing and you get what you want,
yeah.
and that's what it is.
Oh
They're
yeah.
indoctrinating kids into not understanding what money is.
That's why when you go to Chuck E. Cheese and Prince Cruisers and Dave and Buster's, they just give you a card now.
Yeah.
They don't
Well,
even give you
And
tickets.
they charge you all the shit. I talked about it early on in the fucking show about the fucking Bitcoin bullshit. And it's all horse shit. It's all horse shit.
It's all
Don't
bullshit.
buy
That's
it.
bad for you.
It's not going to help anything. No one's going to take it over. There's not going to be digital currency. I mean, there will be in the United States and China and all that. We'll all get it eventually. But it's not going to be that. It's going to be made by our country. So fuck off. Don't do it. Whatever. Just keep cash, keep gold, keep silver, keep diamonds, whatever you got. Keep it all. And, I'm going a little long on this because I was going to rant really hard. But abortions. I think I've talked about this before on here.
Probably. We've talked about many a thing.
I mean, that was the problem in the last elections. Why all these Republicans didn't get fucking elected. They expected, a red wave's gonna happen, but then they overturned Roe versus Wade, and then all the states got the rights now. But everybody's got to come to a consensus with abortion. And I've said this before. I'm pro-choice. I honestly don't give a fuck what you do with your fucking babies. Kill your fucking babies. I hope you kill them. I hope they all fucking die. Murder the fuck out. Just stab your fucking stomach. I don't care. Who gives a fuck? Who gives a goddamn fuck about your stupid fucking baby? You let some fucking loser fucking jizz in your fucking hole. Goddamn. I mean, it's bullshit. What the fuck you gonna do? If you do that, if that happens, you're responsible for it. And then you go, oh, it's not a baby. It's not a baby. It's not a real person. Oh. But if I have a kid, it's gonna be born as much as I can. I've told the story before where that stupid bitch fucking sat on me after I was like, get off of me so I could not
She's like,
come inside of her. And she's like, put her weight down on me.
She was
to
like-
make sure she got that cum, and then she got pregnant, and then she got an abortion.
She
I
went
was like,
this.
fuck you, bitch.
She went, gotcha.
Yeah, basically. But she didn't want the kid. So I could have another kid. I obviously don't. But yeah. If I was going to have a kid, I'd take care of the kid and I'd support the kid, do what I had to do for the kid. I don't give a fuck if it's a day old or fucking 90 days old or fucking 9 months old.
Yeah, I don't
And
know.
they got states like Colorado and California and fucking Oregon and shit.
There's times
Fucking,
for-
they will allow you to fucking kill your kid up to the moment of birth.
Yeah, to me that's messed up. I don't know. My opinion is there's a different circumstance for every
Yeah.
person, and it should. And
Well, I mean, for, obviously for rapes,
Yeah.
incest, weird things.
or like
that
if there's
happen.
if there is for sure the kid's not gonna make it when it's born, and it's just gonna cause more damage.
But they have the ability to find that shit out so early now.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying it's still gonna have to abort it when when they find that out. But it's stupid because like with health insurance and stuff like that, they consider that a luxury to get an abortion.
Yeah.
So they do not cover any work you miss or any kind of medical procedures they do for you aborting it, even
Yeah,
though you
but-
have to do it to.
But now they're trying to change all the laws to where when a girl gets pregnant, has a kid, that they give the fucking guy
Yeah, that's
fucking
dumb.
time off.
I think that already exists in some
It does.
places. Yeah,
It's all over now.
that's dumb. I have a kid, and I wasn't like when my kid was born.
Yeah.
I wasn't like,
Well, who the fuck is gonna make money?
Yeah.
Like, you don't make money from not doing work.
The only time that makes any sense is if the kid's really, really
I mean,
messed
obviously,
up.
if the girl has a kid, she's got to have time off because
Yeah.
it fucks your body
Yeah,
up.
you got to heal and everything.
And it's a newborn baby. Someone's got to take care of it. It's not like they
Yeah.
pop out and their babysitter comes out of the room and is like, yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah, stop it. Stop trying to get maternity leave, you guys.
Yeah.
Stop it.
So I'm just saying, there has to be a consensus. You know, I said perfectly fine. Kill your own babies all you want. Feel good about it. Fucking dance about it.
Dance about it.
People do that. There's fucking protests and all this shit. Women, nah, it's my body, my choice. Well, good, but it's my fucking DNA too. If I squirt a fucking load in you, so it's part of my body is in there too. But I don't have no fucking choice. I didn't get a choice, and my kid got aborted. So fucking, you know, it goes both ways.
Yeah, it should be
It's like it's a fucking baby. Do you want the fucking baby or not? If you don't want the baby, don't get jizzed in.
I don't understand how it. Wait, so when you were talking about like
There's so many ways not to
when
have a baby.
when you're talking about how some places will let you go all the way up to full term,
Yeah.
I don't understand why anybody would even
Consider-
entertain that thought. I'd be like, you waited till now?
Yeah.
Why? What's wrong with you? Why did you wait till now? Oh, well, we just broke up and I don't want to be a single mother. No, no,
Yeah.
no.
He spent $50 on he spent $50 on a new what on a fucking he spent $50 on a new what's the fucking thing?
Vape?
Yeah. He bought a new vape and it really hurt us.
Yeah.
And I just still want to be with him now because he can't stop vaping.
Yeah. Just
It'd be something stupid like
Yeah.
that with people nowadays.
I just wish that people would just use common sense and just
I said it's not hard to not have a baby. It's really not. I've been not using any protection for fucking 20 years. How many babies have I had? Zero. It's not difficult.
I have some secret babies out there.
I wish.
And some secret ones.
If I did, then I'm going to congregate them. They're all going to come together and I'm going to have a secret baby.
You know what's cool about me at the age that I'm at right now? I'm pretty close to the age. Actually, I'm at the age where now when I start to meet people 18 and between 18 and 20, I can, if I really wanted to, I could make them, even for just the smallest brief moment, believe that I could possibly be their dad. Be like, listen, I don't know how to tell you this, but I'm really your dad.
I'm your daddy, baby.
I'm your papa.
I'm your papa.
It was back in 03. Me and your mom, we were at a Star Wars Episode 2 convention. And one thing left to another. I was dressed as Jabba the Hutt.
Yeah, I was Jabba the Hutt.
She was Princess Leia. We let her reenact the scene where she was the slave.
The funny thing was, just missing one of the pieces off her tip. It was just hanging out. It was real sloppy, but I was like, that's fine.
I don't know how you kids like them extra
Extra sloppy for you.
Okay, next thing.
All right, next thing. Just want to talk about a news story. It was New Mexico gun control. A stupid bitch in New Mexico. She's, I think, is she the mayor? I don't know. My brain's not working right now. But whatever. They passed in New Mexico. Not passed. They decreed basically that they're going to take the rights away from people who have guns that in this county near Albuquerque, New Mexico, that you can't have a gun. And it's a state that constitutionally you're allowed to carry a gun openly in the state. And she just was like, it was like, supposedly it was over like some 11-year-old kid died over someone shot the 11-year-old kid or some shit. And she just said, "Oh, decree, I'm going to take your guns away." And now there's protests going on there every day now. There's fucking guys just carrying guns at the police office and all that. So I'm not going to took our guns. And they're just, protesting or whatever. And the cops are like, we're not going to even deal with this because it's constitutional right. You can't go in. But the what the real reason why I bring the story up is because that's exactly what they did with COVID. They made an emergency use authorization based on medical bullshit, lying horse shit to make people wear masks, stay in their homes, shut down businesses, fucking all the mom and pop stores, and the same thing with the minimum wage. And why I bring it in, there's businesses all across the country that might have been there for 50, 60, 70 years lost their businesses because of shit like this, where they make up fake fucking rules that don't go along with the Constitution of the United States. It's, the whole point of the United States is to follow the Constitution and the Bill of Rights. And they do shit like this and it's what it is it's a test. All it is. And COVID worked perfectly for them because they're like, oh, it's a test. But when you go and you vote, and they change voting rights all across all these states, they take these fucking voting rights and they go, oh, now you can do mail-in ballots. You don't have to have an ID. You don't have to sign up. You don't have to go to a voting place. You don't have to do anything. And it's illegal against the state and the United States Constitution to do so. And they fuck around and they make people fucking do shit that's not even legal. And then they put a fucking corpse in the White House with Joe Biden. And I didn't even put that on the list, but we'll talk about that too. Joe Biden. Okay, I just talked about the Lahaina fires. How long did it take Joe Biden to even talk about the Lahaina fires? He's on vacation. And it took him over a week to even talk about it. When they asked him about it before that, he was like, no comment. You're the fucking president of the United States. You don't have a comment about thousands of people dying in your own fucking country? And then he fucking goes, he's in Alaska and does a fucking press conference for 9/11 yesterday.
We should have had Gary Busey.
He's the only president in 20 years that hasn't been to the fucking New York for the fucking 9/11 fucking
thingy
ceremony.
The thingy.
And we still got all this shit about fucking 9/11. That's conspiracy theory shit.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, you can watch videos. Go watch videos of the fucking firefighters out there. They even say it. You can watch the videos. The firefighters, the building got hit. 17 minutes later, the second building got hit. And while those were hit, they didn't even fall yet. And then building 7 fell on its own, didn't get hit.
Yeah.
It's fucking weird.
Well, that plus there's videos of a lot of the firefighters saying they heard
boom, 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 boom,
explosions like
all
demolition,
kinds of crazy shit.
like demolition explosions.
It's crazy.
The videos are from when it's happening.
Yeah,
like it's not like later on when they're recounting what happened. It's videos of it currently happening. Like they're all bloody.
Yeah, there's like prominent people that were supposed to be in the buildings and shit, and they would just randomly get phone calls like, "Don't go there," and then they didn't end up going to the buildings and survived. Like there's a bunch of cases of that too. And fucking then obviously they made a movie about Flight 93 or whatever. They got shot over Pennsylvania, supposedly going to the White House. And they say that it crashed, but it's got like a 1.5 mile long trail of parts. When a plane crashes, it doesn't leave parts along miles. And then the Pentagon supposedly got hit by a plane too. And then you see the video of that, it's like the worst frame rate video in the history of the world. And when you even watch that, you just don't see a plane.
Is there even? Yeah, I don't think there is any footage of the plane in there.
There's not.
I don't think there's any pictures of any parts of the plane.
The most secure
anything,
fucking building in our entire country doesn't have a video of a plane.
Well, that plus the Pentagon has weapons to protect it.
Yeah.
And they didn't use any of that.
And before that, the day before that, they had announced that there was I think it was $1.2 trillion just disappeared from their bank record the day before they got hit.
All I'm saying,
there's lots of crazy shit.
Gary Busey should have been
Gary Busey, yes.
Gary Busey should have done it.
And it's still been 60 years almost to the day since Kennedy was assassinated, and still haven't released the Kennedy document.
Gary Busey
Gary Busey was
was
there.
the next one.
Last one was the school shootings that are going on. There's lots of school shootings. There was one in Nashville, Tennessee by a transgender person, and they still haven't released the manifesto that transgender person supposedly released.
Did you see?
Why is that? Most of the time, with every school
Yeah.
shooting, the manifestos are released immediately. Why doesn't the transgender person have this?
Did you see the video? Did you see the video of the news where they're apologizing to the transgender community?
Yeah, of course.
When it happened, they were like apologizing to them for
People, it's
I
so
don't-
stupid.
I don't know.
And the Texas Uvalde thing where the police don't go in and save the children, and then the fucking security guard decides to not do what the police said and not go in. He went in and actually saved all the kids that could have possibly died later. It's just pussy bullshit, horse shit, just to make people. What it is, like I said, this is why I talk about this. It has to do with the fucking New Mexico gun control thing. They're just trying to test us. It's all a fucking test. They want to take your guns away. They want to take your rights away. They want to do all that. They don't care about the Constitution. The fucking Donald Trump shit. Joe Biden's obviously corrupt as fuck. And his son's a fucking crackhead. They find fucking cocaine in the White House. Oh, magic. They don't know where it came from. They can't find video evidence of that in the White House. They don't know where, but he was there. But then they lie on TV and say that he wasn't there that day when he was there. There's just all kinds of such stupid shit. Just stop.
They're all evil. They've all been to the island of Epstein.
What is going on? It's paused.
All of them.
Sorry, TikTok, but the video keeps stopping.
They're all everybody in the whole thing. All the
It's just all
people.
stupid shit.
They're all
Everybody should be fired. Everybody should be killed. Everybody should abort their babies, and then we'll get back to a normal place. That's what I'm advocating.
I'm just saying we're gonna have the chimps soon.
Yes, but we need to get rid of the people so we can pull them.
It'll happen. It's on its own. It'll
And when
happen.
the people are gone, we'll make more money.
Listen, you guys. Listen, you're gonna go. Okay, it's gonna be a really slow transition. You're gonna like one day you're gonna come on TV and you're gonna watch the Jimmy Fallon late night show, and they're gonna be like, "Woo, Jimmy Fallon," and there's just gonna be a chimp there. It's gonna be a chimp, but they're not gonna say it's a chimp. It's just gonna be
It's gonna be
Jimmy Fallon chimp.
chimp.
And it's gonna slowly happen like that, and people are gonna be like, "Can't you see? That's not Jimmy Fallon. That's a chimp." They're like, "Hey, you're crazy."
Crazy. That's Jimmy Fallon.
And then
He's been that way forever.
They'll surface some stuff about that person that
It's the
points it out.
Mandela effect.
They'll
Where
s-
all
No,
of a sudden, eventually, they'll put in all the chimp stuff and Jimmy
So-
Fallon stuff. So even when you watch the old Jimmy Fallon stuff, you'll just see the chimp.
yeah, they'll
With the
CGI it
AI.
in. But listen, if you do point it out, they're just gonna cancel you. They'll surface up some stuff about you
Yeah.
and be like, "Wait, you, the person that's pointing out that Jimmy Fallon's not Jimmy Fallon, and this is something like a chimp. you look. Let's see here. 2016. It says you posted something on Facebook about how you love chimps. Now you're telling me that Jimmy Fallon's a chimp. I think something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. But anyway, it's going to be a slow process. We're going to just slowly inject them in the places you won't even know. It's going to be crazy. You
Yeah.
won't even know.
All right. That's the end of my list. Nanner Rants. It took way longer than it's supposed to. But we'll get back to these comments here. Like I said, the YouTube thing, I can't tell if there's comments. This thing's so fucking small. I don't see anything.
Doubtful.
We got there's maybe people. I can't fucking tell. Yeah, it's weird.
Natasha asks, "What's the TikTok name?"
And it's hard to say because I'm pretty sure I changed it to Freaky Nana. But it might just be my name, Joseph Bajan, or it could be MIND4UCD. One of those three. Just mind fucked instead of mind fucked.
4UCD.
4UCD. Yeah.
Mind.
So I'm not sure.
Or
It's
you
one of
see-
those. Something like that.
All right. Now,
Now silliness. I did want us to get into aliens.
yeah, we'll talk about
Space.
aliens.
And space and multiple dimensions and all kinds of cool shit.
I don't think that's goofy though. I think that's serious business.
No, that's goofy. It
Ryan's
could be
up.
serious, but we want to make it goofy. I'm gonna turn on this light. See if it does.
This is my serious business talking hat. I will only wear this when I'm talking serious business.
Goodness. That's my favorite thing in the world. I think that every show that was ever created, that should go through and yeah, that's gotta go
Replace
there.
the word business with business.
Business. Like I should be in movies. Just not even as an actor, just when people go, is this a real business? And then it just pops to me and I'm like, business?
Yeah.
That's-
Or every
That's all
time
it
it's
is,
just
the whole
it doesn't
thing.
matter if it's a girl or a boy. It gets your voice dubbed over them.
yeah.
Is this a real business? No,
Business.
hi, is this a real business?
You say business?
Business? Mind your damn business.
Mind your business. You old kook.
But yeah, aliens. I don't know, man. I think.
Yeah, I
aliens-
mean, the government, the whistleblower, but he said weird things is what everybody's concerned about. He says weird things is like, we recovered craft not of this earth. It says we've recovered biologics inside the crafts, blah, 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 blah. But he doesn't say an alien, a UFO, crashed aircraft from outer space, things like that. He doesn't say anything like that. So it's just weird rhetoric that nobody understands. He also doesn't say that he's seen it. He says that he's got information from credible sources within government
He's
sources.
very vague.
Yeah, it's all very vague bullshit. But all this stuff comes out at the same time that they were giving that sweetheart deal to Hunter Biden about all his charges.
I think, honestly, this is my idea about it. I think that it's dumb to believe that there isn't
There is no alien.
there's no aliens. But I also believe that all this shit that's surfacing right now is purposely for the benefit of the government. I don't think it's to help give us any information or I don't know if any of it's true or not, but I don't think it's for them to like disclose any information to help us as people. I think it's just they're like, oh no, we got to do this because of this reason. Let's just distract them with this shit. And but yeah, I don't know. I don't know if any of it's true what they're saying, but
Yeah,
I definitely believe either way.
definitely a distraction. But
Yeah,
I just, the silly part of it, I just want to delve into like the idea. Like it'd be cool. Like what, what really would be an alien? Like we go back to the ancient pyramids, like I was saying before. And it's not just Egypt. There's Göbekli Temple. There's ones in Mexico. There's ones in the United States. There's a thing in Ohio. There's one in fucking Wisconsin, I think.
what?
Wisconsin, Indiana, pyramids.
Oh yeah,
And then there's fucking just all over the world. In fucking China. There's this fucking I can't remember what country it is exactly, but they got these fucking tall like fucking basically like pillars.
penises.
They're like too tall for anybody to even climb up to.
Yeah,
But on top of them, they have fucking structures built on top of them with stones that are too heavy for anyone to get up there. How the fuck would they get the stones?
yeah. I
Shit
know.
like that.
I definitely believe that there. I think. I mean, I believe in aliens. I believe, alternate universes, alternate, dimensions. I believe in all that, and that could play into this in some way. But I also believe that we had a way more advanced civilization that got
Oh,
wiped out, and
I mean, they burned down the Library of Alexandria, which had all the information, all the books, everything. They burned it down, and that's what they do. They're still doing it today, like in Arab countries and shit. When they find fucking artifacts, they
oh
just
yeah,
break the shit apart.
Because they're like,
and
this
tear
is
it
against
down.
our religion. This is against our beliefs, so we will destroy it. But yeah, there's all kinds of crazy stuff. Like there's a sword that's like thousands of years old that they found, and it was like untouched looking, and it was razor sharp. And it's like I can't remember the details about it, but
Too
anyway,
much shit.
it's made out of a material
Are you aborting it?
nobody even knows what the material is. It's
Yeah.
made out of an unknown material, and so I mean, some say it's from a meteorite that fell, and they just took the meteorite and made it into a sword, but all types of stuff. There's like buildings that are made flawlessly
awesome.
without any cracks in between. Like they fit perfectly like a puzzle with laser precision.
Yeah, I mean, the pyramids are literally the tip of the pyramid, even, and it was also covered in God damn it, covered in material and gold
Yeah.
and something else too, limestone, limestone and gold and stuff like that. And that was, to this point still, it's only off, I think, by third of
Degree.
a degree, something like that, from the fucking stars.
All types of stuff. Just like
And all three of them put together. And then it's at an angle that even if you were off by like a half millimeter, like if you got to the top, the fucking whole thing would be crumbled, basically.
all types of stuff. Like something about it equals up to the circumference of the Earth.
Yeah. Yeah, the circumference of the entire thing is like 12,760 feet or some shit. And then when you multiply that by, I don't remember the fucking numbers, but it's circumference of the Earth. Um, there's all kinds of math shit that goes in it. Like if people were so stupid that they couldn't farm, how the fuck did any of that shit make any sense? And how could they figure that out? Why isn't there any book? Why can't we figure that out now? I heard some weird thing too, like everybody's body is made to a certain thing, like can't remember what it was, a distance to the moon or something. Some bullshit. Like if you take your hand, go like this, and like turn your hand like this and look at the moon, like the distance from your particular face to this point and this angle, some shit is like the exact distance mathematically to the moon or some shit. I can't remember all this shit.
Let's just say
I
though,
hear all this weird shit.
let's just say for
People
a minute,
just design that way.
we'll bring it to the next level. Let's just say the government comes out and they're like, aliens are real. And instead of them just saying that and they're like, we don't have any more information, what if they were like, we have one right here. He wants to meet
His
you.
name is Jesse.
And what would you guys do? What would anybody do if he come out and he just looks like a normal guy?
He's like,
And
hey,
they're like,
I'm
he's an
Jesse.
alien.
I'm
Yeah.
Jesse.
And they're like, and he just looks like a normal guy. He's got normal clothes on. They're like, he's an alien. And he's like, yeah, I'm an alien.
But then like this fucking squirrel runs by and all of a sudden his dick gets real hard and he chases the squirrel and he's like fucking the squirrel until
Yoto.
Yoto. Yeah.
But then also you got to think like, I think too many people are too self-centered to think outside of like what an alien would really look like.
Yeah.
And everybody's like,
anything.
they're gonna have two legs. They're gonna be around the size of us. And what I mean by around the size of us, I mean like in comparison to like either a foot tall or 15 feet tall. When in reality, they could be in. You could not even see them.
Yeah. Like it could be a biologic, like a minuscule fucking thing inside of like a little sphere that's in like a jelly pod inside.
Yeah, they
Little ships that go around and they could be anything.
Yeah, they could be right here, right now.
And on their surface it could be some kind of metallic force.
Yeah.
It does the ship itself could actually be the alien.
Yeah. Anything. Like the way people and Men in Black in a way kind of touches on that in a small flake in the first one, in a small way. In the very end, well, in parts of the movie, like the whole galaxy is in Orion's belt on that thing, and a whole galaxy fit in that little ball. And it's kind of the idea I have is like people misconceive what aliens and stuff are. Like, what if we're all inside of an alien right now. Like, what if we're part? What if we're cells inside of an alien and like we function in some way? Or
Well,
what if
that's what
we're
I said
germs?
before. It's like simple. It's simple thought processes.
Yeah,
An ant. They've shown the ants. You can be above an ant, step on an ant, whatever. They have no conception of the fact that you're there.
yeah,
They just don't understand it. It just doesn't exist in their mind. They just do their job. They work on pheromones and shit like that, and they go and they do a task. They don't understand the world.
yeah,
And I've said that before. That's my philosophy on everything. When I went to jail, I read some books. Just the books didn't do anything for me. It was just, breaking my thought processes. It was like I got time and I thought a lot about weird shit. And then I was just like, obviously, you just take a piece of paper. That's a piece of paper. Cut it in half. And then cut it in half. And then cut it in half. And then cut it in half. 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 Forever. Ow. You'll never. It doesn't disappear.
no,
Forever. Because you're cutting it in half. How can you cut it in half and it becomes nothing? It's impossible. And the same thing with doubling things in size. Take something, you double its size, and 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 you double its size. I think I talked about this on the podcast before. It's, the way our bodies work. Okay, we're an organism. And we have brains and we have nervous system. And the brain is essentially everything to us. But we have a heart. Heart's kind of separate. It's kind of like an electrical system. And it's separate from the brain in a way because the brain doesn't really control it necessarily. Because even if the brain doesn't work, the heart still has like a backup. So if you like do an electrical impulse, it kind of try to wake you up on its own. Then that's why, putting pedals on your chest work. You put it on your chest, but the heart doesn't make you live. The heart just pumps your blood. The brain's what makes you live. Anything you die of, you die because you toe blood out. You die because you lack of oxygen to the brain. The brain needs oxygen. You get fucking poked in the eye and it hurts real bad, and then you get an infection. You die because lack of oxygen to the brain. The infection stops the process of your brain working. Anyways, but this is what's weird: is your brain. If you take the brain out, the brain looks like gray.
yeah.
The brain's like kind of like a gray, weird, pussy type thing.
I wonder if that's like what's inside Beast in Beauty and the Beast when he says, "Try the gray stuff; it's delicious." Don't believe me? Ask the dishes. Yeah, maybe that's brain.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, it's like a gray matter, but underneath the gray matter is like a darker matter. And then your nerves are the opposite. Your nerves have like they call it a myelin sheath. You got myelin on the outside, which is a sheath above the brain component, which is the gray matter underneath. And the point of the whole thing is that the brain works twice as fast because it's got the opposite thing. So your brain gets these electrical pulses so much faster than your nervous system does. So you can get like hit in the knee, you're like, and then you're like, ow.
Yeah,
Like it doesn't happen the same as your brain, but if someone shot you in the head, your brain reacts instantly. But you get the pain on the other. It's a completely different thing. But what if that's the same way with the solar system? And so you're just thinking of anything like as simple as an atom. And you got an atom, a hydrogen atom. Hydrogen, the simplest thing that we know. And you got proton, neutron, you got the fucking, it's got one electron or whatever. And then that's helium. Very combustible because its outer rim only has the one electron, so it can connect to so many different things. The one electron, but the ring around it, I think, it's been a long time since I did chemistry, but I think you can connect up to 7 different electrons. So anything that goes up to 7 they can connect to. And that's why you get like hydrogen bombs, you get hydrogen fuel, you get all this kind of crazy shit with hydrogen because it can just connect to so many different fucking things. There's a lot of volatility to it. And you get into higher ones, and you might have one that's got 8 electrons, but then it's got an extra one with 1 electron, and then that makes that even more combustible because not only it has the energy of the 8 electrons in the original, but its other ring only has 1, and it's connectable to a bunch of different. So you get, the farther you go down the fucking chart, you get more volatile things with more power and more energy built into it. And, that's what makes things like nuclear energy possible. So you're separating that kind of bond, and you're creating an explosion, a crazy explosion. But thinking about the brain and the body and the nervous system, what if? Because everything can't be separated by half, and everything can't be doubled. You take fucking just go beyond the solar system, and you think of a planet. When you're thinking of atoms, you're thinking of circles. Like you got a little neutron, you got a little proton, you got a little electron. And you think of planets, and you put the planets together. To us, it's huge. But to ants, we're huge.
Yeah.
It just seems like some weird thing out there. But we're all over the place. Like to an ant, we're way the fuck over there.
Yeah.
But to us, the little atom seems tiny. But when we look at the planets, it seems big. And then there's a sun. Maybe the sun's the electron for the bigger fucking thing that's going on.
Yeah.
And so to us, we got one sun. That's all we got. But we know that there's a shit ton of stars out there. So obviously there's a shit ton of fucking electrons out there. So we're the tiny little center here. We're looking out there. That's a whole nother fucking dimension. Like we're a tiny atom. There's Venus, Uranus, Saturn, Neptune, Pluto, all this bullshit fucking planets. And this tiny little atom that to us seems like it's fucking a million miles, billions and light years, fucking forever for this one little fucking star. But we see all the other stars, and obviously we're just one tiny little atom inside of something that's so much fucking bigger that we could not possibly even ever imagine or see.
What if?
It's so easy to think of. It's not that hard.
What if?
We're an atom.
Now, I'm not a very religious person, but I'm not saying there is no divine being. But regardless of whether there's always like naturally without believing or disbelieving a divine being, you have to understand that there are laws to nature that follows certain ways because of, to help encourage survival in some way. Like things evolve certain ways and naturally happen certain ways to help encourage that survival. And it makes me wonder if naturally somehow we are like life itself is purposely separated far apart from each other in order to encourage prosperity in some way. Because if, I don't know what other intelligent life forms would be like, but if they're anything similar to humans, I feel like it would be destructive to integrate 2 different life forms so close together with such intelligence, And I wonder if that's why we're so far away and it's so hard to contact these other life forms, or maybe they know that we're not ready for that yet because maybe they have gotten to the point where like they can coexist, but we're not there yet. So they know. But part of me just wonders that, like, if naturally we're just supposed to be spread apart far enough from each other to where we can enjoy, our space. I don't know.
I mean, why is it so stupid that 90% of all species that ever lived on the earth is already extinct, or like 95%, something like that? Why the fuck were there dinosaurs? We obviously know there's dinosaurs.
Yeah,
Found the bones of them before we were ever around, supposedly. But what sense would that make? If there's a God and there's a Jesus, what did he do before? He was like, I'm gonna take my boner and I'm gonna throw it out. My boner is pretty big, so I get a stegosaurus.
Well, if you go by the Christian faith of it, dinosaurs didn't exist. Those were demons.
Yeah, but Christian
And
faith is literally only fucking 2,000 years old.
yeah, but according as far as I know, now I don't practice Christianity, so I might have a skewed understanding of what I've heard. But as far as I remember, I'm pretty sure they believe the Earth is only like 6,000 years
Yeah.
old, and
It's
and
all bullshit.
dinosaurs were really demons. But in my opinion, I don't think that negates the whole idea that there is some kind of intelligent higher being. But but also I want to say I don't know if it's as organized as people believe. I don't want to say that there's some kind of divine higher being that like purposely is creating things or creating people or controlling things. It might be something completely different than that. But yeah, I definitely don't believe like there was a god that was like, I want to make dinosaurs. Let's see what that does. Oh, I don't like that. Let's scratch that one. Let's make some things with some legs that kind of don't have that much hair. Uh, that's what I don't like them ones either. Let's make them have less hair. Ah, there we go. That one's got less hair. Ah, I don't know,
Yeah.
but I don't. I you know, it's like more in my opinion. It's like if there was a divine being of some kind, and I'm not saying I believe it or disbelieve it. It's just a hypothesis rather. But I would say it's more of a accident than anything else. Like we are just kind of coexisting with this thing, and for all we know, we could be living in it. We could be living in this being. Like I said before, we could be germs inside of
Yeah.
a living thing. We could be
Well, that's what I mean with the smallest. Even my thing is that even if you believe and say there is a God, there's some God that was like farted, he just farted us out. He's like, oh, we'll try that. And he made us, but that doesn't explain how God was made.
yeah,
And it goes back to my same thing. Half is half, double is double.
yeah.
Like there's got to be something above him. Something create. If you even think of the idea that you believe in a God, then you have to believe in the idea that a God has a God, that a God has a God, that God has a God, that God has a God, and it goes on forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. And there's multiple dimensions, and it never ends, and it's never bigger, never smaller. It just keeps fucking going, and it could be anything.
Yeah, and then there's another thing that kind of coincides with the whole beliefs of life, aliens and religion and everything like that. And oh, there's poo poo, but and it's the whole belief of like if you have a faith, then most likely you believe that there's existence after death. Now, I don't want to say I don't believe there is existence after death, but I feel like it would kind of be counterproductive to just die and then stay the same as what you were before. Like, what's the point of that?
Hmm.
And if there is a heaven, like, and there's a hell, then like, where, like, when is the ending? Like, of like how many people there can be in there, and like, what's the point of that after that? Like, there's just like, what's the end game of that? And I don't think I would like that, honestly. I don't think that, everybody's like, when I go to heaven, I'm going to be with my old family again and we're going to be together. I don't think I would like that.
No.
I'd be tired. I'm tired now.
So,
Like, this is a thing. This is a thing. I'm tired right now. Like, right now, at the age I'm at, I'm tired of it. I'm tired of people. I'm tired of everything. And I'm not saying,
I just went on vacation.
I'm not
And then I
saying
got off and worked 7 fucking days in a row.
I'm not. He's got superpowers though, but I'm not saying I'm not trying to say I'm suicidal or I want to die or anything. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
by the time I'm 80 or whenever I die, if I died, okay, and then all of a sudden I woke up and I was the same, maybe have a younger body, but I'm the same person, and I'm in heaven, and everybody's like, "Welcome, you're with everybody else now." I'd be pissed.
Like, God damn it. And then who do you talk to? And there's so many fucking people. How long would it take you in heaven to find the fucking people you were actually trying to look for?
And is there rules in heaven? Because wouldn't that take away the pleasures
The
of
freedom.
the freedom?
Yeah.
Because like I'm not saying I should go to hell, but there's things that I would want to do in heaven that they probably wouldn't let me do.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just like, how am I supposed to enjoy it if 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 I
It's like,
can't
you
do
know
what
what
I
I
want to do?
wanted? You know what I wanted all my whole life was my boss at fucking McDonald's. I just wanted to take his fucking head with a little fucking hammer and just smack it. Just fucking
It's just
keep
whatever.
fucking
I mean, it
smacking
don't
it.
even have
Watch
to be
him
that way.
cry. Watch him cry and bleed. And I would just be
Could be the worst.
Oh
See
my
this?
God.
Okay, now listen to this. Okay, then there's the 7 deadly sins, right? There's gluttony, there's lust, there's
Sloth.
sloth. Then they offer all these things in heaven. They're like, everybody's like, oh, when you go to heaven, you can eat all the food you ever wanted. There's everything you ever wanted in life is in heaven. But they're the 7 deadly sins. That's what everybody wants.
Yeah.
You want. You can
So
have
you want
everything.
everything but the things that you wanted when you were here.
I don't
Like,
understand that. Like,
"But you don't need real food." That's what they do. They'd be like, "But yeah, you can have beet salad." That's
like
that's what you get. In
what are you
heaven.
gonna
That's
do?
delicious beet
Okay,
salad.
so like, all right. So say you go to heaven and then they're like, no, you can't do none of that. Then what are you gonna do? That's more like hell to me.
Yeah.
They're like, you can sit. Yeah, you can sit.
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
Why
We'll
would you
talk
walk
about.
over there? You're happy.
Let's
Just
talk.
sit here and be happy.
Let's
bro.
talk about all the things you did that you enjoyed when you were alive. Remember when you used to get to eat?
I'd be like,
Remember when you used to
"Nah,
get to
not
have
really.
sex? I
Not
can't do
really,
that no
nah."
more.
Yeah.
What? And but like
Gosh.
really though, if you think about it, like what would you like naturally you're supposed to die. Like naturally everything from birth till death, like there's a reason why things happen the way they do. Like it's a natural thing. And so like dying needs to happen. It's a natural thing. But like what do people expect to happen when you die? Like I'm not like I said, I'm not saying that there's nothing. But to be consciously the same person that you were beforehand just sounds horrible to me. Like to me,
Like, I'm done.
yeah, like
Like, what's next?
I'd be okay. And I'm not saying I'm hoping for this or I believe it or anything, but I'd be okay if there's people that believe like when you die you turn into something else and you come back. That makes sense to me. I'm like, okay, I'm on board for that. That makes sense. You get a whole new everything.
Yeah.
That and
You're a butterfly.
and you don't remember. You don't remember what you were before. Obviously, there's sometimes people say they believe that they were, or there's kids that remember for a little bit. They're like, "Oh, my son Bin Job, he remembered he was murdered by his brother when, and we took him. He took me to the village and he showed me where he was buried, and it was there." I don't believe none of that, but anyway, that would make sense. But these heavens, like whatever heaven you believe in your religion, like that does not sound ideal to me. I don't want to be I don't want to be conscious of all the shit that I endured when I was alive in my other life because I'm just gonna be tired. I'm gonna be
Yeah.
like,
It's like when I drive down 60th Street every day from work, and I go, and there's this old guy, and he wears like a regular shirt tucked into his shorts, and he just walks and he's like this. And sometimes I see him, and he's got his hand on his back, so obviously his back hurts.
yeah,
And he walks like this, and he's got a long gray beard. Every day I see him, even if I get home late or get home early, he's walking. Fucker's walking like. When he dies, is that what he wants to do? Is to go walk? Like, what is the next step? Like, that's his thing now. He's like, I want to stay alive. I want to walk. So what are they gonna do? Offer him a couch when he gets done? They're like, I've seen you've been walking for 25 years. We got you a nice couch.
yeah. I don't get it.
Like,
I just
the heaven thing never made any sense.
no.
It doesn't make any sense.
Any kind of to me, any kind of inclination that you have where you believe that what makes you you right now will exist afterwards when you die just doesn't make sense to me
Yeah.
because it's not constructive. It's pointless. There's What's the point of ever
I'm
living?
golfing every day now.
Like,
Just
what's the
get
point
out
of ever
there and
living to
shoot
begin with?
18 holes. I
Like,
don't get tired.
why don't we just go straight there
Yeah.
then? Like, why did we
Yeah.
even live here?
And why did we come up with all this shit? There's obviously got to be something to the other world that we don't see now that would make us be like, oh, I get it.
Yeah.
Like we'd have to get something. You can't just go back and go, oh, remember when you used to like to read books? Well, you're in heaven now. You read all the books.
That's dumb.
Like,
That's dumb. And like,
oh, you were a whiskey guy. Oh, we got the best whiskey here. You won't get drunk, but it's delicious.
it's just dumb too to think that like, okay, so like before I was born and I didn't exist, like, where did I like okay, so like either a soul that already existed came in my body and this is me reliving and I don't remember the past life, which like I can, like I said, scientifically somehow, like because of energy and transfer of energy and stuff, I can get behind that. That makes sense. But past that, I'm just like, okay, so like go like spirits are just manufactured and like there's an unending amount of spirits and like they're just never gonna stop and they're just gonna keep coming and coming and
But
coming.
not only that, but if you're not the right religion, your spirit doesn't go there.
Yeah. Then also I'm thinking, where's all the like fly ghosts? Where's the hamster
Yeah.
ghosts? Where's the spider ghosts? Where's the dog ghosts?
Yeah.
Where's
A lot of energy going around.
where's all these ghosts at?
Maybe that's what happens to you. You die, your spirit breaks up into about 50 particles and goes into 50 different animals. So you grow up, but then you're in like the Asian Pacific or something. All these Asian, they're just fucking ranking in. They're getting crabs, fish, fucking whales, and sharks, and all that shit. They get all your souls.
But
They
that
eat
would
the
make
shit
sense
out
in a
of it.
way as far as information distribution because we've already talked about like how no
Yeah,
ideas
there's
there's no original
no
idea.
original idea.
Like and I think I might have talked about this. Forgive me if you've seen another episode and you remember me talking about this. But there's a study where they watched these monkeys. All right, they're on an island and they learned that these potatoes were better when they washed them in the ocean and they ate them. There's this island that was completely not reachable by those monkeys, but it was near there, um, not reachable in any way. And those monkeys learned
Learn
the
that
same
skill.
skill without, and it was around the same time period without having learned it from the other monkeys. There was
They've
some
had a
other
lot
kind
of those things, like the mice thing. They had the mazes,
yeah,
and they would make a maze, and they put the maze across on the other side of the world,
yeah,
and the rats would learn the maze. And once they learned the maze, all of a sudden the rats on the other side they would introduce them to that maze, and they just do it real fast.
yeah. And so I believe in
It's in a
kind of in a
collective.
way,
They're
like
collective.
yeah. And so like that's where I'm kind of going with the whole death thing too. Is like I feel like one only thing that would kind of make sense is if when you die, like we're already connected right now,
Yeah.
and we're sharing
Well, it's
information
kind
and
of like the
thoughts.
thing, like you're driving, on the side of the street, and then you're like, this chick's like jogging, and
Yeah,
her tits are bouncing,
yeah,
and her ass
yeah,
looks pretty nice, and you look, and then you're just trying to sneak a little look, but she's like,
yeah. She
oh,
already knows.
she looks at
Yeah, that's the feeling when you're feeling being watched
you.
or whatever. But yeah. So like maybe when you die, like you said, your energy goes everywhere, like distributes
Yeah.
back into everybody else, kind of like an avatar, you know.
Yeah.
But cooler because Avatar's gay.
Yeah.
I don't like.
I
don't
actually
like
rewatched
Avatar.
Avatar 2, and it wasn't that bad.
The first Avatar was dumb.
Yeah.
It's Dances with Wolves, but with aliens.
Hmm.
That's all it is.
Second one was a little cooler. But I did, like I said, the last like 20 minutes of Avatar 2, really good.
Okay.
The movie's it's decent. It's okay. I get it. But I
Because
was like falling asleep when I watched it the first time. but
on behalf of Nanner, I will give it a chance, but only because of Nanner.
yeah, but yeah, the first one sucked.
The whole time, everybody's like, "Oh, it's so
Second one's
good."
stupid too. Second one's stupid too. Like they basically take the guy that died in the first one. They turn him into an
Yeah.
avatar.
Yeah, yeah.
And then there's a bunch of other Marines too. And all of a sudden fucking just the blue guys. They don't have a real body. They're just blue people.
They
And
turn.
then they
They
go out trying to hunt these people, and then they find Americans that are hunting these creatures. And then the creatures are like these serious, crazy
Yeah.
creatures, but there's like one that's like fucked up, that, like supposedly murdered a bunch of fucking people or whatever. And the one guy from that other group, they go to the water group. And
does it at least
We'll
have
have to watch
Giovanni in it? Giovanni Ribisi, whatever his name is.
I don't know.
Because he's in the first one. He's a pretty big role in it.
I don't remember him.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
He's in the first one. He like is in the ship and he's like
Yeah.
giving orders, and he's the one that's
Yeah,
after
I
that
don't-
medal.
Yeah, I don't think he's in
That's dumb because they made him. They talked it up like he was going to be something big. Does it have Stephen Lang in it?
one. Who's that?
I think it's Stephen Lang or Kevin Lang or Kyle Lang. The dude from he's in Don't Speak or whatever. He plays the blind
Oh,
guy.
yeah.
He's in it.
Yeah.
Oh, at least he's in it.
Well, he's the one. He's dead, so it turns into the Avatar.
Oh, he is.
Yeah, he's the main enemy still in this one.
Oh, okay.
But he doesn't know himself. He has to watch videos to learn about himself. Then his son, became friends with the avatars, but he was still a human. And then he finds his son, and captures his son, and then tries to incorporate himself with his son
Huh.
as an avatar. But he's the avatar, and the son's still a human.
Oh, okay.
Spider, I think they call them.
Do they have Sigourney in it in any way? I know she died in the first one, but
I don't think so.
Sigourney.
No, they had what's her name from Titanic?
Kate Winslet.
Kate Winslet.
Oh, did she shake her blue?
No, they
boobies?
do have Sigourney Weaver in it, but she's an avatar, but she's not alive. Like her body's dead, but they still have her avatar.
Oh, okay. Like, is her
She's-
mind in it?
What would you-
No.
like, naturally, you're supposed
That's what
to
they're
die.
trying to figure out.
Naturally,
Oh,
everything.
okay. They're trying to extract her from the tree and put her in there.
Yeah, something like
Get her in there and just get in there.
Get in there. Just shove that little Sigourney Weaver.
Yeah, but you know it's funny because like back to like the whole dying thing and stuff. Like if you ever watch like any videos where like you got old people and they're like interviewing them and they're like, "What? Congratulations, Ethel! It's your 115th birthday." They're pissed.
Yeah,
They don't want to be there.
I just want to die.
They're pissed off.
They did that famous interview, and she's like,
Yeah,
it's like, talk to you.
yeah. It's like we're not supposed to live that long.
Yeah.
We're really like right now. The
I mean,
ages
we
we are
probably
right
will
now.
live that long, not too far from
You mean me and you?
anybody.
Yeah. I mean,
They're working on it.
well, they're saying. I heard on the radio actually. Dang it, I can't remember who was talking about. I think Freebeard Hot Wings was talking about it. They came up with this on a different living organism. It's very primitive, but they learned how to, I think, double or quadruple its lifespan. And they said that they're gonna start implementing it on humans. But the thing is, though, is you gotta think if they do that, like I highly doubt it's gonna be
Yeah, it's gonna be
available to
perfect.
anybody.
Well,
Well,
yeah, the rich people are going to get it first. It's going to be super expensive. But on top of that, but if you take it, yeah, you live 4 times longer, but you live an excruciatingly painful life.
yeah, that too.
You're like,
They're like, no, it's just funny. They're like, okay, sir, just sign right here. This is just saying that you're okay with. No, listen, it's funny because like you're all excited. You're like, I can't wait for this. I didn't even ever thought that I would live this long,
Yeah.
and now
they told me I had 6 months
and
to live.
and they're like, no, listen, they're like, all right, we just need you to sign this paper, and you're like, oh, of course, like this just discloses that you're willing to accept the side effects of side effects. What side effects? Oh, not a big deal, just some discomfort from time to time. Oh, I have discomfort right now. Yeah, discomfort
Yeah,
from
it
time
won't
to time, and this
Won't
and
be too much dissimilar from what you're experiencing.
then he's like, and then he just rattles out a bunch of stuff, and then he goes, you might have a small penis for a little bit. And he's like, hey, what was the last thing? Oh, nothing. You just have discomfort, and you might have some mild headaches from time to time, and you might have a small penis. Wait, small penis. And they're like, that's nothing to worry about. It happens. It only happens out of 4 out of 5 people. And they're like,
Yeah.
4 out of 5 people.
They're like, yeah, your head's gonna be twisted, heads and your eyeballs are gonna bulge out of your head, but you'll be fine.
Well, I'm okay with that, but my penis.
Not the penis.
You'll be like, have you ever heard of anal prolapse? It's actually gonna come out of your mouth. You're like, your ass actually inverts and it goes through your mouth. And
I feel like in order for me to be okay with living that long, I would have to subject myself to memory loss.
Yeah.
I'd have to like
well, that's
shave time.
eternal sunshine and spotless.
Yeah, I would have to do that because I'd be just so tired all the time of everything I've had to endure. Like,
forget shit.
oh,
Caw,
but yeah, what was I talking about? Oh, the living thing, the memory thing.
yeah. Well, you can't live that long. It's just all.
I don't think that people are supposed to.
No.
People were dying at like 40, 100 years ago. Well, not 100, but maybe 200.
Well, the thing is, the numbers are off on that because there was good medical doctors and good things to save babies. Babies died about 50, close to 50% rate. Babies died, so that makes the average age seem smaller.
Yeah, I guess.
There were still people that lived to 100 back then.
But not as many.
Not as many. But yeah, I think that. But who knows?
Well, people say that the first person to live to 150 is alive right now.
Joe Biden? He seems like he's 150. He's been in the fucking. He's been in politics for 60 years.
I don't think. I don't see that. I don't. This is another thing I don't understand. Okay, this is what I don't understand about politics. And I'm not I don't care about politics. I'm just saying I don't. One thing I don't understand is you retire. People retire at 60, 65, 66.
Yeah.
But then you're gonna pick people that are
multiple
older.
people that are fucking old as hell.
You're
like,
picking older people than
Was it-
that to be the president and be the senator and be in the Congress. All those people.
was it Mitch McConnell? He's had like strokes live on TV
Why are
twice.
you? Yeah. Why are you gonna pick
And they got that bitch
senile people?
Feinstein. Forget her first name.
Oh,
Feinstein. They roll her out on a fucking
Yeah.
wheelchair. You're like,
You
where have
gotta
you been for the past 3 months?
You gotta have people that are progressive people with
On
new.
live TV. They're like, where have you been for the past 3 months? She's like, I was here. I was here the whole time. No, you've been gone. And then when she's voting, they're voting on some shit, and her daughter's got power of attorney over to her, and she's just like, she said, you can hear her on the camera. She's like, you just gotta sign your name right here.
I just don't understand why you're gonna put people from the past that are living in the past that have ideas from the past that are biased from the past make new decisions. You need to have people that are progressive and have healthy minds and have new ideas and
Well,
you know,
even for just driving, you have to take a test.
Yeah.
Why don't Congress people have to take a test?
it don't make any sense. I
You
don't
can't drive a
understand.
car. You can't be in Congress.
It's all old people. All of them. They're all old.
Mostly.
And
They're getting a little younger, and then they fucking. That was a good rant. I didn't write. The fucking retard in Pennsylvania, fucking Fetterman. The dude had a stroke, and he was going to get Dr. Oz. His Dr. Oz.
yeah, I
show.
remember that.
And fucking, he won. He won. And now when you watch his videos and shit, he can't even talk. You can't understand what he's saying. Yeah, he's just spouting off nonsense. And people are like, sometimes he's at like events where he's standing up and shit, and he doesn't dress up. He dresses in like regular man's clothes, like a hoodie and shorts and shit. And then
Mickey
he'll
Mouse
say
shirt.
shit, and nobody knows what he says. They're like, and
Oh,
you're like, what the fuck did he say?
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm the commander.
Yeah. He's a poo-poo commander. Some people, they can't handle the power of poo-poo.
No.
I know you
Nobody
don't-
can handle the power of poo-poo.
Well, listen, you should feel honored to go on your
Just to get a little poo-poo.
go on your comments of your posts and see a little poo-poo on there. That should make you feel just so good. You know,
I mean,
especially
I feel good just giving the poo-poo.
especially when you've just been broke up with, you know. You've been broke up with a girl that you really liked a lot. You know. When you get it broke up with, you go on your comments and you see a poo-poo on there, you should feel so good.
Oh, where's the devil?
You know.
I'm about to. Where's the devil? The devil said she was going to watch tonight.
The devil.
I haven't seen the devil.
And sometimes, you know, sometimes you just gotta have a little talk with the devil. You know?
I just smack her around. Had a deep conversation. I expressed this to my brother. There's like a real thing going on. That's why we bring up the poo-poo.
Yeah.
My brother's not happy with the poo-poo. I got it on my list. Poo-poo. See,
But that's our way of showing that we love you.
yeah, poo-poo.
That's poo-poo is love.
Poo-poo.
Poo-poo is life.
And having a problem. I think he blocked me on Facebook. And it might be like the birthday party for his own son that I didn't get invited to because he posted on Facebook, but I'm not his friend on Facebook anymore. And neither is this guy.
Yeah. All because we were just trying to share some
Just sharing
love.
the love of poo-poo,
Yeah.
which is better, like I said. He wouldn't copy what I said if I said what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
He copies the poo-poo.
Yeah. Listen.
He's not the bad man. I'm the bad man.
No, he's not even bad.
I'm not bad.
No.
I'm nicer with the poo-poo.
Yeah. Like, okay, let's just say this. Let's just say you're really excited about going to an event, right? So you go and you want everybody to know you're going to this event, but nobody really cares. Nobody gives a fuck. And you're going to post it on there anyway. And you do it a lot too. You post it every day, the same event every day. It's the same fucking thing every day. Nanner wants to make sure you know by saying poo poo. You know?
Yeah.
It's just being like, hey, listen, you just kind of post the same thing all the time. And it's the same thing over time all the time. So here's a little poo poo. And we know about it already. We don't need to hear more about poo poo, you know? That's all.
Yeah, I apologize for the sound. We're just tick-tocking here.
Just tick-tocking about.
That's a lot of videos on TikTok for us.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I'm just trying to say it. You know,
Let's just say
I
like
brought up to my mother the fact that, okay, I'm going to lay it out. I have an oldest brother, second oldest brother, third oldest brother, and then I have a stepbrother. And then I have a sister I've never met. Then I have another sister I know. Then I have a sister, regular sister, and then another regular sister. And a dad, and a mom, obviously. They're alive. Out of all of them, over my entire life, 41 years, say I've received, I don't know, 50, 60 calls, 50 or 60 calls from all of that. Some of them are like, my brother calling and be like, hey, can I get the number for you have your brother's number? And I'm like, oh, sure, cool. Go ahead and talk to you. Or just nothing. We've been offered out to dinners. You know, occasionally there's like an event. UFC or something because they know I like that. But birthday parties, families, occasionally this and that, whatever. Cousins, sisters. I've got sisters I've never met. Any of their boys visited me in 40 years, basically. A lot of stuff. So if you're asking me why don't I could call you, and I do call some of these people. I can call you. I've taken them to dinners, birthday things, hang out, stuff like that, for Christmas, all that. But I'm not the only one. There's shit going on. I got kids. I got family. I work 6, 7 days a week. And most people don't do that. And I'm the bad guy because I say poo poo.
Yeah. And that's all just because you guys listen. I love you. But we don't need to know that you love God every day. You said it one time, and we know. We know we love God. It's not like if you don't renew it every day, then it's going to expire. We know you love God, okay? And that's just so fine. But if we keep seeing it, you're going to get the old poo poo. You're going to get the old poo poo. We know you love your boyfriends.
You can block me.
Listen, we know you love your boyfriends. But if you keep finding,
I've been busy though. I went on vacation. I had lots of stuff going on. Kids started school. All this stuff. So I haven't really been on doing the poo poo much lately.
I know we got to go overtime on the poo poo.
Yeah,
We've got to be
I've
vigilant.
been thinking about it.
We need to be vigilant with it.
I think I've been blocked. All the poo poo. I don't need it all. I just need a little bit of poo poo. Just come around and see. You see the light. When I worked, I parked it. Throw my bees in the trash can. I kill a bunch of them, and then when I get out of the truck, I see it all. There's geese. Geese are always around there.
Yeah.
Geese there's poo poo everywhere.
Yeah.
I see it every day. It's part of nature.
That's nature.
Poo poo is nature.
It's true.
Again,
it's a way of showing love.
like poo poo is love, because if I'm going to tell you, certain things, just to start a fire, like my words, I didn't express them as much as I wanted to today. Like I didn't get as fired up for some reason. I don't know why.
It's because I just bring peace to
But
you.
I haven't talked to anyone for a long time on all of this stuff. But but I can get fired up. A lot of the stuff I get fired up about, I say some nasty things. You go on my Facebook, look up my
I'll be right back.
Facebook, Instagram, all that. Just look it up. See some of my responses to political, non-political stuff, videos, things like that. I like to get nasty because honestly, I don't have joy in regular life. Like working, obviously, doesn't make me happy. Kids,
There's
they don't
chicken,
make me
though.
happy.
There's chicken.
There's chicken. It's fine.
There's chicken. There's always
I'll
chicken.
eat a little chicken. But what really makes me happy is, if I had like a can. So I had this big can that was full of like bees. And the bees didn't have a queen. They didn't know what was going on. This can was really soft. And then you go by, and every corner that you do in Grand Rapids now, there's a homeless person with a sign. You just roll down the window and just throw it at their face. And watch them run in hysteria as the bees fuck them up. Hornets, especially hornets, would be great.
Yeah.
And you could just watch that, and that would make me a little bit happier.
Yeah.
Like chimps, if we just had a van of chimps, we just pull up and we go, "You hungry?" And we point at the homeless person. Or the guy
Chimps are
who
evil,
doesn't,
you know,
or the
'cause-
guy who doesn't put on the turn signal, we just follow him home. We pull in behind him, and we're like, we noticed he didn't signal over there, and it nearly caused an accident. And the guy gets out, he's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." I'm like, "Well, I'm sorry too, but these chimps are hungry." And I just open the door, and the chimps,
Yeah.
when they're real hungry at this point. No bananas, no snacks. It's hot in the van. I
Yeah.
turn the AC
It
on,
smells like monkey butt
and
in
I'm
there.
sweating. And I'm like, that's the guy.
It smells like hot monkey butt right
Oh,
in there.
yeah. And you just go in his house after you kill him, rip him apart, they just rip his arms off and they eat him fucking crotch first. Like,
Mhm.
and they just rip off his arms and shit. We're like, fuck these arms. And they just go into town. And I'm just sitting there like, oh, I'm so happy. These gyms are just so great. They know what they want.
It's not very often
I
when somebody
know.
knows what they want,
Yeah.
but they do. They want
You just see
fingers.
the chimps.
Chimpanzees,
That's what they want.
they want to eat ears and noses and lips and toes and fingers.
Well, they don't want you to look at them while they're eating them. So they just rip out stuff that makes you human
Uh-huh.
first. And if you're a monkey, you know, they just eat you wherever. A lot of animals eat you like ass first because it's the fastest way to get to your intestines. Because most of the
Nutrients.
nutrients.
They want nutrients.
Yeah. So yeah, we love chimps. Not people so much.
I'm getting too old.
We can't live forever without chimps. I mean, if you follow even the story of this, like you know, pointed this out before, but baldiness is coming. And if I go completely bald before I have chimps, I might kill everyone.
It's not going to happen. That's
You
as
know,
bald as you're going to get.
You know, it's not our Second Amendment right to bear arms doesn't exclude nuclear weapons.
Yeah.
I can build, make, and produce nuclear weapons if I want.
Yeah.
If I start going too bald and there's no chimps, and I get like to this area,
It won't happen.
I'm building a nuclear weapon.
It won't happen, though.
Government be damned.
I'm
I
sprinkling.
won't tell you what I'm going to do with the nuclear weapon. But it's not going to be good.
What if there was a nuclear warhead butt plug?
No, it hurt. It wouldn't be good. You have colon cancer.
Back-
Even if it didn't go off.
So, like 70 years ago, they actually had little kits
Yeah.
with uranium in
With
it for
uranium, yeah.
kids.
Well,
Kids
they would
get it.
market anything for anybody, like to get rid of headaches. Like women would have dildos.
Yeah.
They were like, "Oh, the doctor prescribed the dildos." The doctor's probably in there going, "Oh yeah, oh yeah." And the girl's like, "Oh, my headache, oh, it's suddenly gone." And then the doctor's like, "Oh yeah."
Your toe.
And then he's like, "Go ahead and put on your robe, but turn the other way for a while." Oh,
Oh, yeah.
oh, I'm just putting a little cream on your back. You feel good.
Yep.
It's gonna help you.
It's going to get a little dry and crusty. That's normal. That means it's working.
It makes it work. When you go home, make sure your husband licks it off. Make sure your husband licks it off because it's got a little protein in there. And I prescribe protein for your family. It's gonna help you. I prescribe a little protein. I said specially formulated. It's agriculturally sound, organic, if you might say.
Oh man.
Oh shit. Yes. But god damn it. I was thinking about something. I totally forgot.
What?
Nothing. I totally forgot. Oh, we were talking about something.
You know what is legit? Chicken pot pies.
Yeah.
There's barely any chicken in there.
I know. But I do like the original banquet.
No, KFC.
You know what?
Yeah, but KFC is bad, you know. Especially back in the day. They don't do this anymore, but KFC used to have a time when you could go in around, I don't remember what time. Early in the morning, they'd be open at like 8 or 9 or something. And,
That's fine.
yeah, you can go in and they had, it wasn't necessarily
Which one's
a
tasty?
buffet. It was kind of like a buffet. And KFC, you go into kind of like a buffet, and they had the pot pie. It was one of those big ass metal pans.
They need the. But
But they weren't perfect on it. So you get a pot pie, you have to watch out. Sometimes it had little chicken bones in it. Every once in a while, good old Kentucky Fried Chicken would have some chicken bones in the pot pie.
what the hell? Now listen to here. I'm going to tell you something about chicken bones in your food. I used to work at an establishment that made sandwiches. They made them toasty. I'm not going to tell you which one, but they were toasty and they were good. And there was a man once who came. Oh, thanks, assistant. That's my assistant. We pay her a lot of money
Yeah.
because we have a high budget here,
Yeah.
and she's solely here just to assist us with things of this matter. My nose is running. But anyway, uh, this man at this toasted sandwich establishment approached us one day claiming there was a bone in his chicken sandwich. And we asked him to present a receipt, and he said he was too angry to have kept the receipt. He threw it away, and he also threw the sandwich away. So, believing him and hoping that he was honest, we uh, we gave him a free sandwich. But I remembered that piece of bone. For free. I looked at that piece of bone. I inspected it. I saw it, and it was ingrained in my mind, that piece of bone. Fast forward 4 years after that, I'm the manager of the store, and a man comes in, very familiar looking, and he presents me with the same piece of bone, claiming the same thing, that the bone was in the chicken sandwich, and he wanted a free one. But this time I was ready. I remembered. I said, "That's the same piece of bone that was in your chicken sandwich before. You will not be receiving a free sandwich today." And he retorted by saying he was going to smash the sandwich in my face. And I said, "I'd like to see that." And he left. He stormed out and he never returned.
Yeah, reminds me. I think I might have told the story before, but it's funny. I was working at a gas station in St. Joseph, Michigan, and there was a lady that came in. I don't think I was working at the time, but I was there. And then she came up and she said, "Oh, the car wash machine didn't work. It didn't spray any water on my car." And I looked out there, and her car had water droplets all over it, and it looked perfectly fine. And they gave her a free car wash. So I don't even think she used it that day. She was just cheating. She did car wash for, I think, it
For the
was
next time.
7 days or whatever. And then back in the day when you would get a code on your receipt and you would go up and,
We should go find that card and poo poo on it.
yeah. But she had this red. She reminded me of Hillary Clinton. She had a red suit jacket with pins on it, like gold pins
Yeah.
and stuff. She was all fancy. And then my son's mother at the time worked at Arby's, about 3/4 mile down the road. And later on, I was in there hanging out with her. And I was standing there, and this lady came up and said, she opened her box. I don't know if you remember the old chicken tenders from Arby's, but they used to be good.
Yeah.
Big ass chicken tenders. And she opened the box. She'd ate most of them out of there, and she said, "The chicken tenders in here aren't as big as advertised, so I would like another pack of chicken tenders. And then I looked when I heard that, and I was like, oh, I know that lady. And they literally made her a whole new pack of chicken tenders without her paying for it. So I figured out that this lady ruses every single establishment she goes to, buys stuff, and gets free shit every single day. And that's why she's able to buy these stupid fucking suits that she's wearing in a nice car. Cheated
There was a
both the
guy.
systems. I would have never gone for that shit.
There was another man who would come and he would walk really early in the morning. He'd come up to the door. He'd come up to the door of the store. He'd walk like this. And he'd go, hey, baby, you got any cans for me? And I'd go, yeah, I got cans. And I'd be all happy. I'd be like, oh, let me get those cans for you. I'd run in the back and I'd try to find them. I'd be like, I saved these special for him. And I'd get all the cans. And he'd be like, oh, thank you so much.
Hell yeah.
And he'd walk away. Guess what? I saw him striding with a little bit of swag in his step. Motherfucker had a car.
Oh yeah.
A nice one. After that, every time I'd see him coming towards the store, I'd run and lock the door. He'd come up, hey, baby, you got any cans? I'd go, get the fuck out of here. I wouldn't do that. I was nice. I just go, sorry.
Sorry,
Can't do that anymore.
Got any meat.
My boss told me I can't do that anymore. I'm sorry. Because I was too nice and I couldn't tell him the truth. But I wanted to be like, fuck you, man. You hurt me. You hurt my soul.
It was like my work. There's this new black guy holding up a sign. I haven't seen him before. He just started this year. But he's got like a weird gait to a step, and he walks to his back, and he's kind of like this. And when you see him and he walks by, he's real nice. He's like, oh, how you doing? God bless you. God bless you.
God bless you.
And he's been at my spot. There's always someone there. There's someone at the mall entrance, and there's someone at the other mall entrance, and down the road, whatever, Schaefer or whatever. It's up in East Paris and all that stuff. And now, I also delivered to the Meyer Cascade. And in the last few days, he's been sitting on his ass at the Meyer Cascade. Now, I won't give him any money. 100% because even though he's got a weird gait to his walk, so he's got something wrong with him, he literally just sits on his ass.
Yeah. There's no excuse. There's people I've seen where they're in wheelchairs barely. There was a guy that used to be like this, and he'd be at Studio 28, and he'd be like, hello, and you'd be like, here's my thing, and he'd be like, you go down there or whatever, and tell me where I had to go. From that point on, I decided there was no excuse for anybody not to have a job. I was like, this dude is out here not only trying his best to work, but it can't be easy.
In every fucking store now. Like when I worked this shitty part-time job at Meijer, or not Walmart, doing carts outside, and they basically fired everybody because I was better than everybody and I could do it all by myself. And I wouldn't hire anybody. But now when I go to Walmart, Meijer, and all that, like either they'll have like an old guy who's been there forever, like doing the carts early in the morning, or they got at least one guy that's like this, and he can't hardly fucking walk, and he's doing carts, and I'm like, they make this motherfucker do this shit. Like that's more sad than them being on the side of the street. Like if you were really disabled, but these fuckers are working, but then they got motherfuckers on the street that could work a job.
Yeah.
Oh, what's the job? Oh, give me money.
They don't want to make
And
it.
then they got a fucking Hummer parked in the fucking parking lot.
There's a guy that stands by my work, and that I laugh sometimes because he'll be talking to some other homeless person. They'll be talking, and he'll be like, "Oh, we're talking," and then as soon as a car comes, he'll go like this. He'll be like, "Oh."
Yeah.
He'll put his head down and go, and then as soon as there's no cars coming and the lights green again, and they're all go through, he'll all of a sudden he'll just be like, "Oh, we'll start talking again," and then same thing. As soon as the light turns red and the cars pile up.
So stupid.
I
Such
seen
a
him
scam.
before counting all his money.
Oh yeah.
And that's in Byron Center, so he makes some good money.
It's free money, no taxes, nothing. That's the best way you get it. Pisses me off every time I see. And a lot of the times I'll see them pull up, and the license plate to be like Indiana or something. And license plate in my hand, the Monday I'm like, I know you got those fucking retards in Indiana too.
If you give them any food, they're just gonna leave it. They'll leave it on the ground by the sign. Whatever sign they're standing by, there's always a sign. They establish it. They're like, "Where's the
Yeah.
sign? I need a sign." And they'll find the sign to stand by, and that sign is where they pile everything they get. And
Yeah,
you'll
they
see
leave
it
a
there.
bunch of trash all over too.
Mhm.
Pick it up.
I
Yeah.
always think it's funny when I see people next to the homeless guy, and the homeless guy, like you're the homeless guy, and they're like, and the homeless person's like you can tell they're like, well, no, I don't want to do that or whatever. And it's usually like some religious person or whatever, and they're like, you come to my church and we'll take care of you, we'll get you this and that stuff, and you
Free
can tell
food every day.
they're like, we don't care about none of that.
We got plenty of food. Why the fuck would we go do that? Making 35 G's a year just standing there.
I think I'm just gonna wear this hat wherever I go. Go to Long John Silver's and be like, yar, I'll be having the
I'll
number
be
2,
having-
please. Yar. What do you mean it'd be 12.59? I be the captain
is-
here.
You
Yar.
said this on Long John Silver.
I
My
do.
name is Long John.
I put the yar and yar.
Tell you which one.
Yar.
Toasty.
Yar. I put the yar and yar. Yar.
Damn it, I was going to do my Trump impression.
Yar.
I've been trying to work on it.
Yar.
I've been doing a lot of
Meat.
impressions. I think at times I can do the Arnold Schwarzenegger pretty good.
No, yeah, I'm coming. I, something's happening.
Let
Hey,
John C.
something's
Reilly.
happening. What is it?
Some modified John C. Reilly.
I'm coming.
Get to the chopper.
Oh, it's going to be a big load.
It's real hot.
It's going to be a really big load.
I am Conan Barbarian. It's a hot day.
It's my boobies.
I am head.
Maybe you show me your boobies and I like be really happy.
Trump, I was working on it. I was working pretty good.
That's right. Just the bees in there. There we go. There we go.
Oh, thank you. I'm the greatest president ever lived.
Money.
I know. I'm gonna give it all my best.
The money. I can't do it.
I'm gonna give
We're
it.
gonna get all.
It's the biggest.
Trying to
The
do
biggest
Trump impression.
ever.
A
I'm gonna
Trump
give it.
impersonation? Oh,
Yeah,
Lord.
We're gonna get all the money.
I'm gonna give
Listen, I'm the best.
it. It's the hottest.
I'm the
It's
best.
the biggest.
The
I'm
water.
better than President Lincoln.
Listen,
Better than Luca.
I gave everybody for free water. It's Trump water. It's
Oh, boy.
Trump water. I don't know. I get it.
I'm gonna get it.
I'm orange.
I'm from Puerto Rico. I wasn't born there. I'm American. But I'll give you one.
Water.
You're fired,
Water.
but I'm hired.
Water.
Water. I know, back in the day, I got made fun of in 7th grade because I said washer machine.
Washer.
Washer.
Ah. Washer damn near killed her.
The bed broke more.
What? Is that one of those damn airbeds again?
No.
Remember that old
The sleep number?
sleep
Yeah.
number?
Don't buy a Sleep Number bed, folks. It's a
No,
waste of
it's
money.
just an air mattress.
It's just an air mattress with a frame and a cushion on the top.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Don't you buy one
I didn't break it. I mean, I wasn't banging any chicks on it. That's
with the
probably
Sleep
why.
Number?
Yeah.
I don't think it ever was broke.
No. Well, that's what I mean. I didn't break it. I had it for like 6 months. I didn't break it. But like I said, I
Did you
wasn't
have-
really banging any chicks on it.
You had your own Sleep Number?
No, I had yours.
I don't remember. Huh.
You
Now I
were with
remember.
Amanda
Yeah.
before you moved into my apartment.
Huh.
And I had your Sleep Number.
I don't
'Cause I
remember.
didn't have a mattress. And then I bought my mattress from the store on Kalamazoo that doesn't exist anymore. Kalamazoo and 28th. And then, I still have that one. That's in Johnny's room now at my house.
Oh, I don't remember that. That's funny.
Crazy.
I sold that. I paid $3,000 for that bed. I sold it for $100.
$100. But I had I had like a $5,000 fucking water bed back in the day, and I fucked on that. Oh no! Oh yeah, it was because I liked the full wave.
Did you use the tidal wave to help thrust? Did it like help give you
It didn't. It was awful.
the reverberation of the water like
It was
that
really
pushed
hard.
you in?
No, it was really hard.
Oh.
It made it really
Did
hard.
your knees sink all the way to the
So
bottom?
every time you're trying to do like a move, you get something different. So it was like the opposite of whatever you're trying to do. So you're like, ooh, and it was like, and you're like, ooh.
I hate water beds. I've never.
But I loved water. The thing is, if you had to get a water bed, this was an expensive one. It had big, solid frame on the side, and you could turn the water bed real cold. And it probably fucked up my back, is what I'm guessing, because I was in high school. But you could just roll over to the edge where it had the roll, and you could sit in there. The water bed was here. You're literally laying on a piece of wood. But it was so cold, you could turn it cold, and you could just like sleeping good because you were like fucking cold as fuck, sitting in a fucking crevice.
Could you make it warm too?
Oh yeah.
See, I never had a good sleep on a water bed.
Yeah.
I never had a good
Well, I
sleep
liked
on one.
being just in the crevice.
I remember the girl next door to me when I lived in Kentwood. She had a water bed, and she was like, "Do you want to come over?" And I was like, "All right." And I think she liked me, but I didn't like girls at the time. And she was like, "You want to see my turtle?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." So she pulled her turtle out. It was a real turtle. It wasn't nothing gross. And she had a water bed, and her turtle had long nails. And I remember when she put it on the water bed, I was afraid it was going to pop it. I was like, "Oh, take it off!" And she was like, "Why?" I was like, "It's going to pop the water bed." And I was all scared that its nails were going to pop the water
Yeah, I
bed.
didn't have. I don't know. I like girls from a young age. So it's sad, but
I didn't start liking girls until I was like,
kindergarten.
what, me?
No, me.
Oh, yeah, I didn't like
Before
girls.
then, I was 4.
I didn't like girls until I was like 12 or 13. I
I was
think.
getting blowjobs when I was 5 or 12.
I know. Hiding underneath the blanket. Hiding underneath the blanket. Well.
I couldn't even get a hard on. I was getting blowjobs. Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
It's not right. You don't let your kids get hard-ons and blowjobs when they're 5.
No.
It messes them up. I mean, I'm normal. I'm like
Yeah.
the lamest sex partner you could ever have.
You just don't talk like that. Well, you just don't let all that.
Which is crazy. It should be like the worst. It should be like, oh, you got 4 holes. I'm going to fill them all today.
No. The ear holes too?
Everything. Eye holes.
When one little panda sticks his furry little willy in another panda's ear, that's called sexual harassment. And that makes me a sad panda.
Sad panda. You like lettuce. You really like green leaf, brown lettuce. Because you can put your penis in between.
Let's do 8 more minutes and then we'll be done.
8 more minutes.
I need time to wind down before I go to bed.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I need wind down time.
I need to wind up.
I may look 38,
I
but
don't
I'm
even
way
have
over.
any hot water now. I've been showering with fucking 50-degree showers.
Why don't you have hot water?
So when I went to Vegas, I turned the water off. So I didn't want anything to leak while I was gone. And then the water heater is in my closet. And there's a lot of shit in there.
I like taking cold showers.
I don't mind it, but it's not my preference. Like normally when I take a cold shower, I take a hot shower first, and then I turn the cold on.
Yeah, that's what I do too, because it's hard to just jump in there.
Yeah,
I gradually make it colder.
yeah.
I don't just turn it cold either. I just gradually get it colder and
When
colder.
it's cold as shit.
Oh,
it's fine.
once it finally gets to the coldest, it's like
Hard to
invigorating.
breathe. Yeah.
Yeah, but at the same time, I like it. Like it's a
It
weird
keeps me, it
feeling.
wakes me up. But
Well, yeah, I heard that supposedly taking a cold shower in the morning is way more beneficial than snorting coke.
yeah.
Like, I'm not joking.
No, it is. It's true.
They said that it wakes you up and gives you more, and it's a longer lasting. It's longer lasting than if you were to
2
do
to
coke.
4 hours.
Yeah, it's more beneficial for you than if you were to try to do coke or something to wake yourself up and have energy.
I should try some coke. And then be like,
Yeah, you can if you want. I can't because I have my job.
me too. I can't do anything. with my job.
Do they random drug test you though?
Not random.
They do
'Cause
me.
they couldn't fire me.
They're always
Work,
trying to
but
get
see,
me.
you got my medical
Yeah, I
card.
got one of those too.
See, medical card. Ooh,
Don't! They're gonna steal your identity.
That's too fast. They already stole my identity. I had to fill out a hard copy.
Oh,
I had to fill out a hard copy of my thing, and I got a thing in the mail. And I didn't know why I got a thing in the mail. But then I realized that they stole my identity because my work lost all my information on whatever company they were using.
Really?
Yeah.
So what did they do with your identity?
They sent me a letter so that I could get 2 years of identity theft check
I got
if
it.
I wanted to.
In the middle of my shoulder blades. Sorry, people. My assistant here.
Oh yeah, she's paid real well. $7 an
Oh,
hour. You know, competitive wages. We don't do minimum wage.
okay, there we go.
There you go. Is that better?
Yep.
I got a sore in
I
the
know
middle of
that
my
feeling.
ass crack. I need it wiped.
Yeah.
In the middle of my ass.
Yesterday, I was on the toilet and
What are you telling?
I didn't.
What are you
I wasn't paying
telling?
attention. I was kind of tired, and I left a little something on the toilet. I wasn't paying attention, and my assistant went in there and was like,
Dying
going,
laughing.
yeah, and she cleaned it up. That's love.
That's love.
Yeah, that's $7 an hour.
That's what gets you $7 an hour.
I'll have to post another TikTok.
You got 4 more minutes.
4 more hours. I love.
Oh, I ain't gay. I hate women. I hate men. I love women. Oh, Silent Bob, you looking so fine. Go down on you like a fucking circus seal.
No, go down you, line up 4 other guys, make like a circus seal.
Yeah, make like a circus seal. Oh, sick. I hate
Hey,
men.
man,
I love women. Hey, baby. Hey, baby. Hey, baby. You ever have your ass cracked with that fat man in an overcoat? Olaf. Say, make metal face. Olaf. Olaf. Sing. You like pretty girls? Sing to pretty girl.
Scroll it.
What did he say? I don't know, but that's fucked up. Scroll it.
My love for you would ticking clock berserker. Would you like to suck my cock berserker?
Would you like to make me fuck berserker?
That was a different one.
Did he just say make me fuck? You guys don't know what that's from. That's from Clerks. And you should go right now after this and watch Clerks. Go. We will.
Clerks. Clerks 2.
They're
Clerks
both
X-
good.
Clerks X.
I haven't seen the last Clerks
Yeah, I haven't
movie. I'm
watched it
afraid. I'm not.
I haven't watched it yet, but Mall Rats. You ever see Mall Rats?
Oh, that's good. Oh. These are all View Ask You movies.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, I will promote it. What's it called? Damn it. Diana Holland. And that was also the Askew.
The clown one?
Yeah.
I can't remember the name.
God damn it.
It's a clown movie.
Clown movie. It's terrible. Terrible budget. Terrible all that. But I liked it. And Chasing Amy. You ever seen that? Ben
Amy, is that
Stiller.
with Ben?
Jane Silent Bob Strike Back.
Ben Stiller, Joy Lauren Adams. What's his name?
Ben Affleck.
No,
Oh, man, I can't remember the name that plays Banky.
Banky.
Yeah, the dude that plays Banky. Jason Lee.
Jason Lee.
Yeah. Is George Carlin in it?
Oops, sorry.
George Carlin. I don't know. Dogma.
Dogma.
He is in Dogma.
I love that movie.
Wait, is Dogma the one?
Ben Affleck and Ben Affleck
Matt
and
Damon.
Matt Damon.
Yeah,
What's the movie I'm thinking of where he puts the body in a wood chipper?
that's Fargo.
Oh,
Fargo.
Yeah.
Dogma, Fargo, whatever.
Fargo.
Fargo.
And Tucker Dale versus Evil.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
love
they go
that.
into the chipper. Yeah, that's a good movie.
You seen Tucker Dale versus Evil? What?
That movie,
That's one of the
that movie,
funniest.
and I like
movie.
it too because, like, the guy, it kind of reminds me because, like, the guy that everybody thought was scary and evil and stuff ends up being the gentle teddy bear,
Yeah.
like me.
Like, yeah.
So
That's
I like
hilarious.
that. Yeah.
Did you ever see an good old fashioned orgy?
Wait, that's what it's called?
Yeah, a good old fashioned orgy.
No.
Oh, it's so good.
Oh,
It's so funny. It's got David.
It's got the same guy from Tucker Dale versus Evil.
Yeah.
And it's got
Oh yeah. I feel like they use him for people and for roles that they can't get Jack Black to play.
yeah.
They're like, what's the closest we can get
Jack
Jack
Black.
Black without getting Jack Black? This guy, because he reminds me of Jack Black. And but yeah, no. So there's a part in a this
Good old fashioned
good old
orgy.
fashioned orgy when
It's like, did I do the douche?
no, he's like they go in, okay, into an orgy.
Oh yeah.
They go into this orgy to learn
It's
about
got
orgies.
David Kochner.
Yeah, and they go up to David Kochner, the guy that's in Anchorman, and goes, whammy! And he's banging this chick. And he's banging her. And
Excuse me.
and he goes, he goes, hey boys, what can I do you for? And they're like, we just want to learn some stuff.
Well, she's
About
on top of him.
Yeah.
He's like sitting on the
Yeah,
couch.
and he's like, wait a
She
minute.
got big old saggy tits.
He goes, count me down from 5. And they go, 5, 4. He goes, count me down from 10. And they go, 10, 9. And he goes, ah! And he goes, your mother's a wonderful woman.
Thank you for that demonstration.
And then she gets up and he goes, all right, babe, come back and 10 while I let the blood rush back to my salami sword. I just like when he goes, oh, your mother's a wonderful woman.
Yeah, it's so funny. Yeah, good old fashioned orgy. So the guys they end up finally having the orgy after all this crazy stuff, and they all get mad at each other, but then they come back together
Yeah.
in the orgy. But the guys like, well, I did the douche, right?
Yeah.
That was his move. He did like the douche.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, you did the douche.
Yeah. So any of you haven't seen any of those movies, just watch them because
Watch them. Good movies. There's no comedies anymore.
Yeah.
That's another topic. No comedies. It's not on my list. No
What?
comedies.
Keep the hat on.
Ah,
All right.
ah,
It's time for me to lay down.
ah.
It's time for me to lay down, everyone.
No comedies.
It's time for me to lay down.
People gotta get back together. Make comedies.
The later I stay up, the more
And I need to sleep together
tender.
with the beautiful Tim.
And listen, you can't let them.
This is our master
Yeah.
one day.
He
He's
will
gonna be our governor, our president.
Listen, You mustn't let this be tainted by any other people. This is your special sacred pillow.
Yes.
I put a crest on it, like a seal on it, where like anybody who else touches it gets cursed.
Yes.
They're gonna have nightmares of chimpanzees every time they touch it.
I'm gonna sleep better tonight than I've ever slept in my life
Yeah.
because protected by the chimp
Yeah.
order. And that's our order.
Uh-huh.
That's our order, the chimp order.
see
Look
truth
how
in his
beautiful
eyes.
he is.
You can see the truth in his
There's
eyes.
no deception there. He's only for murder and tribal.
He just says it how it is.
Murder, tribal unity. We haven't done this in a long time. So, I don't know. See the post out.
I love you.
Love you. I don't know. I'm
And-
sorry if we didn't get to your comments.
And
We're fucking busy.
poo poo.
Poo poo is the greatest.
Poo poo.
Boop, boo.
Yeah.
Poo poo.
Poo poo.
Look at that. End this. I don't know how to end this one. Oh, here we go. Boo boo.
I think you gotta click that little thing right there. Maybe it's maybe you can click that.
Old man.
Yeah. Maybe if we just do something else. I don't know.
Unstream. Your stream will stop immediately and you will no longer end. Yes, end.